Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 NFL Draft is finally here. The Chicago Bears picking at number 25, the latest they have picked since 2011. Good things happening for this team, and it is nearly completed, and I could not be more excited about tonight. Thank you for choosing Just Another Year Chicago Bears as your live stream for tonight's 2026 NFL Draft Day 1. My name is Nick Brody. Excited to see all you guys here in the chat. And if you guys haven't already, and you please could, throw a bear down in the chat right now, because if you like this video, comment Go Bears or bear down and subscribe to the channel. You enter to win an autographed Colston Loveland jersey. Winner will be announced on Monday. You got to do those three things. I could not be more excited about tonight. I'm sure you guys are too. It's been a while since we've done a live stream. It's been a darn long off season, but the Bears are finally back. We got things moving forward for this team, and I couldn't be more excited about it. 10 minutes away from the NFL draft, and it's going to be awesome. And just so you guys know, we're going to be throwing comments sections up all night long. So make sure that you guys throw your comments in. And literally, I do be new. Yes, sir. Great to see everybody in here. Let's go through those comments right now. Let's get those bear downs going. Let's get everybody alive and well in the chat. Couldn't be more excited to be here tonight. And if you guys are excited about tonight too, I want to hear it loud and proud. Thank you guys for all your support. What an off season it's been, and can't wait to get things started. But the NFL draft is finally here, and we got a lot of things going on for the Chicago Bears, folks, as they are picking 25, latest they have picked since 2011 in the NFL draft, which the last time they picked after 25, it was offensive tackle Gabe Carimi out of Wisconsin. Remember that name? Yeah, it's been a minute. But this Bears team is in a lot better position than we can remember in years past. They have a later round pick. We are building through the draft. We're doing a fantastic job, and especially with what was done last year. Now, I just want to say this. This could be a wild night for the Chicago Bears. Ryan Poles, the Chicago Bears general manager, enters his 5th draft as the Chicago Bears GM. And guess what? He has traded up or traded down in every single one of them. He has never on draft night traded a first-round pick, but in the past, he has been very active in the Bears wanting to build through the draft. This isn't a very strong draft from a blue chip player standpoint. So the Bears might be willing to trade back that number 1 pick and go into the 2nd round. If they do that, great. If they don't, even better. I would love to see the Bears stick at 25. I think getting a first-round pick is absolutely crucial, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts because of the fact that the Chicago Bears have the opportunity to go out and get a guy and put him on a 5th-year option. We just saw the Bears do that with Darnell Wright, and I think that is super, super important. Now, I want to get a little bit more into tonight's draft because Ryan Poles had to say himself, I've got a ton of confidence things are going to work just the way we planned them to be. If things start to shift and move, which that means ahead of the Chicago Bears, that means that they can be agile, which I think is super, super important. And along with that too, Ryan Poles also had to say that they're willing to move up, willing to move back. We'll be ready for anything that comes our way. So tonight could get a little bit crazy, which I'm all for. I'm all for the Bears being super aggressive in this draft. I'm all for the Chicago Bears going out and making a move that they think is going to be better for this team because Ben Johnson has full control of this team, according to Brad Biggs. Ben has set the tone in the building. They're not going to pull the trigger on some draft pick of a player he doesn't want. He's heavily involved, and that's exactly how it should be. And I think that Ben Johnson knows talent. He's done a fantastic job in the NFL. He has made it known that he wants the best player available ahead of this draft. But also on top of it, too, he has made it known very much so to the Chicago Bears that they're building this thing right. And so far, I couldn't agree more because look at what we did last year. 11-6, NFC North champions, went into the divisional round, almost made it to the NFC Championship. and the Bears got some picks to do. So Bears do have 7 picks entering the 2026 NFL Draft. They have 4 in the top 90. They did that last year, which we all know how that turned out. They had obviously Colston Loveland, Luther Burden. They also, on top of that too, got Ozzie Trapillo. They had, Shamar Turner. So they had a ton of people that came in, made an instant impact on this team. And that's why I think things are going to go so well for the Chicago Bears. Going a little bit more into their draft, I think that, you can't do this without Ben Johnson. I think that he knows exactly who he wants to go out and get, but he's been working very closely with Dennis Allen. So I want to go over to the comments section real quick, see how you guys are feeling about tonight. We got good, better, best from our good friend Devin, and Devin runs our Cubs channel. If you guys don't follow, if you guys are a Cubs fan, make sure that you guys go and follow Just Another Year Chicago Cubs after the live stream. But I want to see what you guys are thinking so far. FGB from a car in Niles, Illinois. We got our good friends up in here right now. I cannot believe. What number are you on the draft, Nick? I not sure what you mean, Dom Jones. If you could clarify that question, I would love to answer it. But guys, we got 91 folks in here. We're about to get to 100. You guys are the absolute best. Now, I'm going to go through my big board right now, and this is my wish list at 25. If any of these guys are available, I would be very happy with them, starting with Kaden McDonald, big defensive tackle out of Ohio State. I'll talk about him in just a minute. Then you have Parker out of Clemson, the big defensive edge that's been mocked to the Bears a ton. Zion Young, whose draft value has dropped a little bit due to off-field issues. Bears don't seem too concerned about it, considering they've been very active and interested in the young edge. Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon with big safety that could be huge for pairing with Kobe Bryant. Then you got Woods out of Clemson as well, another big defensive lineman, defensive tackle specifically, really fast and athletic. You have Falk out of Auburn, who's been a big Bears fan favorite. Akeem Mesidor, even though he's a little bit older, out of Miami, a solid player that Ryan Poles is the only name that Ryan Poles has dropped as a prospect he's interested in. And Caleb Lemieux out of Utah, the big left tackle that could help out why Ozzie Trapillo's gone and maybe be the future left tackle for the Bears. Again, I want to hear who you guys want on your big board. I'll throw it up on the screen. But this group would be absolutely huge for this team. This would be just incredible for the Chicago Bears because all of them would address a key area of need. I think we can all agree. Defensive tackle, edge, safety, offensive tackle are all key areas of need for this team entering the draft. Even though we had a big offseason, we brought in a ton of defensive linemen. None of them are the future. None of them are the answer. If Neville Gallimore is great, would absolutely love it. I think it would be pretty darn awesome and probably the pick of the century up in free agency if he were to become the guy in Chicago. That being said, we don't know exactly what he is going to do. Now, I'm going to go back to the comments section in a quick second because I want to hear who you guys want. Anybody on that board, any player, I want to hear exactly who you guys want to be the Bears to pick. Again, my pick is Kaden McDonald out of Ohio State. Want to hear who you guys want. But before I get more into today's show, guys, all weekend long, we are paired up with Lou Malnati's. Lou Malnati's is giving us 10% off your order on all in-app orders. All you got to do is download the Lou Malnati's app. You go into the app, you put your order in, whether it be a deep dish pizza, wings, salads, Italian beef, which is so underrated, by the way, one of the better ones in Chicago if you've never had it. And they have even more. Go to the Lou Malnati's app right now. Use code J10 to get 10% off your order, and you can use that as many times as you want all the way through May 21st. So make sure you guys go out and enjoy. All right, I want to see who you guys are choosing in this draft. Comment your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to know who your choice is in the 2026 NFL Draft. Starting off with Jack Messany. He wants a defensive tackle, or Jackie Messany. Jackie, I want to hear what defensive tackle you would like to hear the Chicago Bears call at the number 25 pick. Also, we got Victor in the house right now saying, I suck, love Victor. Well, Victor's a guy that is a huge help to this channel. Victor, get back to work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Anyway, Devin said he wants an offensive tackle, and guess what? That's a big, big question mark for the Chicago Bears. We have Braxton Jones. We have Jedrick Wills Jr., Karana Magaji, and then on top of it, Theo Benedict. Out of those 4 guys, none of them are the future at left tackle for the Chicago Bears. All of them are a bridge at the moment. So along with that too, I think that the Bears could be very active. They could potentially take a left tackle. Don't be surprised if they take one at number 25. I think that it could be very, very good pick for Chicago. All right, let's see. We got Caden McDonald at number 2 from B New. That's a pick for him. That's my pick. Let's go through Caden McDonald real quick. Caden McDonald last season for Ohio State had 65 total tackles, 1 pass deflection with 3 sacks, 20 quarterback hits, 39 pressures, and 9 tackles for loss with 2 forced fumbles and a fumble recovery. Not a bad choice, my friend. A good player overall. He's also only 21 years old, 6'3", 326 pounds. He's a junior and projected in the mid-first for the Chicago Bears. Not too shabby, to say the least. I think that he could be a really, really good player for this team. Also, again, guys, I want to hear who you guys want in the 2026 NFL Draft. Throw it in the comment section right now. Going through Caden McDonald a little bit more, just want to talk about him. Defensive tackle is absolutely a must-need for Chicago. You have to hit early on it in this draft. You can't go past the first round, in my personal opinion. Just defensive tackle has a few blue-chip players, and then it kind of, drizzles out, to say the least. I think that if the Bears were to go out and get a guy like Caden McDonald that instantly impacts your defensive line, day 2, you can go after an edge if you like to. There's a ton of day 2 edges, and the Bears have 3 picks on day 2, which we'll be covering tomorrow as well. So hope you guys are enjoying this so far. But Caden McDonald, a little bit more about him. Production score 73 out of 100, according to the NFL Combine, with 32.25-inch length arm length. And he had a 6.39 next-gen stat score, which was first amongst defensive tackles. Good player that could come in for Chicago. Really, really good player. I mean, defensive tackle, again, is not that deep, so the Bears could make a big choice here. All right, we're getting ready for the draft, guys. Throw up your last comments of who you guys want in the draft. Let's see. All right, we got Akeem Hicks Energy back, baby, from our good friend Kale. Kale is also our designer. So, Kale, thanks for tuning in. If you guys think Just Another Year looks good, imagine what he could do for you. And his company, Damn Good Company, you guys should go and check it out today. Go to scan the QR code and see what he has to offer you guys. If you guys need a digital designer, he is your man. Make sure you guys go and check it out today. All right, we're getting ready for the first pick here, folks. The pick is not in yet, but Roger Goodell is on the board right now for the NFL Draft. He is standing alongside T.J. Watt and a few other of the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive line. Cameron Hayward is up there right now. Big defensive tackle for Pittsburgh. Is a very impactful player. A lot of fun to watch. All right, let's see. Guys, keep that comment section going. And before this next pick goes in, again, I just want to announce, if you like this video, comment Go Bears and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You enter to win a Colston Loveland autographed jersey. Win will be announced on Monday. Still waiting for the pick to go in. This might be a minute, folks. So keep throwing who you guys want the Bears to draft in the comments section below. I'm going to see what you guys are feeling right now. Let's see what the viewer's choice is asking for. Mendoza, well, I don't think he's coming to Chicago. I think he's going to the Raiders. All right, we got McDonald right here. That's another big pick. All right, here we go. Steelers fans are waving the terrible towels at the moment. Bringing out a few more folks. The clock has not started yet here in Pittsburgh, so we still have some time. Want to hear who you guys want to pick in the 2025 or 2026 NFL Draft. I'm a year off, aren't I? Let's go see if anybody else commented. A lot of people do want Caden McDonald, which is great. Let's see what we got. We got defensive tackle would help. I also like safety out of Toledo. Okay, so Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, another option for the Bears. Solid option, too. Would fill in a big need, big defensive back that impacts the defense. Has been compared to Charles Tillman, actually, for his peanut punch. So that's another person. We got I Am Naj wanting Malachi Lawrence from UCF, trade out of the first round. That is an opportunity tonight. Guys, do you guys want the Bears to trade out of the draft? Want to hear your guys' thoughts on the entire situation about the Bears potentially trading back. All right, we got another person. We got Mary wanting Falk out of Auburn. That's another top option for me. Could be really impactful for that Bears defensive line. Fits the scheme, fits the playing style. Exciting player, to say the least. So a lot of fun there. And then we got Tim May calling in saying, I wouldn't mind Dylan Thieneman. Go Ducks. All right, that's another option. I would love to see him. He's on my big board as well. Again, my big board, if you're just tuning in right now, McDonald, Parker, Young, Thieneman, Woods, Falk, Mazador, and Lemieux. Those are all big options for the Bears that they could take in the 2026 NFL Draft. Want to go and check out. We got a ton more now, guys. Keep them coming. Thank you guys so much. We got Akeem Mazador out of Miami as an option. And, the Raiders are on the clock. The Raiders are about to make their first decision of the 2027 NFL Draft. I think we all know who that could be. But can't say the NFL Draft works in weird ways, folks. Very, very strange, to say the least. So I would not mind to see something crazy happen here. We could maybe see a trade, but I think the Raiders want to go with a quarterback. We could see the Raiders do something crazy, but I don't see them going that crazy. All right. Let's get these uploaded for you guys real quick. Hope everyone's doing really well, by the way. I know we haven't had a live stream in a while. I know it's been a very slow off season, but it's good to be back. It's good to be back live streaming, hanging out with you guys. Tons of fun. Jackie really wants a defensive tackle. Here's a question that I would love to answer. Would you trade Tyson Bagent for another first rounder? If a team came calling for Tyson Bagent in a first rounder, I am running and accepting that. Absolutely. Oh, hang on, folks. We got to make sure that we are fully covered. Tally Brand Company with the shirt. You guys can't see it, but great stuff on X. If you guys don't follow Tally Brand Company, make sure you guys go and check them out. Also, quick question, guys. So I hope I answered that, Bearful, that yes, I would trade Tyson Bagent for a first round pick. I think that it would be huge for the Bears, even though losing out on a backup quarterback is not ideal. Tyson Bagent, I don't think would go for a first round pick. Now we got this side, don't we? Okay. Even though I don't see Tyson Bagent going for a first round pick, I see him going for a second round pick, and I would even do that. You guys remember Jimmy Garoppolo got traded from the New England Patriots, which that's a fun topic right now to talk about. He was traded from the New England Patriots to the San Francisco 49ers for a second round pick. So even if they offered Tyson Bagent a second round pick, I would absolutely take it. So good question right here from Bearful. Very fun. We got Bears Dan in the chat right now saying, go Bears. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's see. Absolutely a first for Tyson Bagent. Here's another question right here. What are your thoughts on the 9-game winning streak of the Cubs? Well, quickly while we're waiting, because the Raiders are on the clock, I think it's absolutely electric. I think Devin has done a fantastic job covering the team for us here at Just Another Year. But this Cubs team's a lot of fun. I know there was a lot of uncertainty in the beginning. The team was a little bit slow, but really when Seiya came back, they got even hotter on the plate. You know, Pete Crow Armstrong had his first home run a couple of days ago. I had the chance to actually go to the Cubs game last Saturday right when I got back from reporting from Spain, if that's where I was. I didn't tell you guys where I was, but I was reporting from Spain. I was on my 9-to-5 work trip. And if you guys didn't know, I was recording at like 1 a.m. So love of the game, to say the least. But yes, I think the Cubs are doing really well right now. They're a ton of fun to watch. Hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Raiders are still on the clock at the moment. Oh, well, jumping the gun a little bit early here. The pick is not in yet. My apologies on that. Let's keep going through. Guys, also, if you haven't already, please go hit that like button. Let's go through the chat a little bit. And we got our first super chat of the day from Windy City Twins. Love the JP Graziano shout out in your video today. Italian salmon cannoli is the way to go. Windy City Twins, if you ever want to get JP Graziano's, you know who to call, because I am there quite often. Jim and I have definitely gotten to know each other. We're actually talking Bears, and Jim texted me that he wants the Bears to take an edge. So JP Graziano's officially wants an edge. If you guys haven't been to JP Graziano's, by the way, absolutely incredible place to eat. Great food, great people, great service. Can't go wrong. Say something nice about the White Sox, Nick. Matt and Matt are absolutely fantastic covering the team, and also Montgomery is a ton of fun to watch right now. Shout out to my cousin Matt as well. If you guys ever need White Sox tickets, shoot me an email. He can hook you up pretty darn good. All right. Oh, come on. We all know who the Raiders are taking. Why draw it out? All right. The pick is in. The pick is in for the Las Vegas Raiders. The first overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft has been called by the Raiders. We got Field Yates covering it right now. Who is getting picked, guys? Want to hear who you guys think is getting taken by the Las Vegas Raiders. It will be someone off the board for the Bears, unfortunately, but I think we're pretty good at that position considering Caleb Williams flat out rocks, man. That guy has changed the franchise forever. 2 years ago, almost today, this franchise changed forever with Caleb Williams. All right, here we go. And shout out to Broski Bear in the chat right now, my good friend. And we got Relentless Mikey, who's playing moderator tonight for us. It's good to be back, guys. It's good to be in the live stream. I'm also currently working on a project right now. Wow! Okay. The pick is in by the Raiders, and it's not who you were expecting. The Las Vegas Raiders select Ty Simpson out of Alabama. Oh my goodness. A major, wasn't expecting this. He just stood up and they're saying, did they jump the gun on the, oh my goodness. Roger Goodell with the first pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. The Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, they tricked us out. They had Ty Simpson jumping up and down. What are you talking about? It's Fernando, guys. Fernando is the #1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. What a mistake by whoever is managing the camera. Ty Simpson literally stood up and started celebrating for 1 second. They said the Raiders picked him, but no, it's Fernando. We all saw this coming. Tom Brady definitely has control in the Raiders front office now. The Raiders get their future franchise quarterback. Guys, want to hear your guys' thoughts. I mean, we all saw this coming. I didn't see the Ty Simpson getting up and starting to celebrate move. That was a little bit out of left field, but the pick is in. Let's see what you guys are thinking right now. That was terrible. Okay, it wasn't just me that got tricked out. Holy cow. There's a clip I got. All right, gotta love the fake out. Yes. All right, Fernando, we all knew he was going. Incredible quarterback this past season for Indiana, obviously with all that success. He's with family and friends. Also love that he is suited up right now. He is not at the NFL Draft, but they just pulled the Raiders hat out of the box. He knew he was going there the whole time. Apparently the production crew over at ABC did not, but literally a late April Fool's joke. That was hilarious. But yes, the Raiders bring in Fernando. Let's see what they got. And the Jets are on the clock at the moment. So Fernando, big quarterback out of Indiana, a lot of success over the last couple of years, really revamped that actual, the Indiana program, done a fantastic job. We all saw it coming. Let's see what you guys are thinking. All right. Bro, you had me. Bears hype man. ABC did it. That's all I got to say. I was like, what is going on? All right. Our good friend Chi-Town, My Town says Raiders are still trash. Well, our good friend Josh Blackwell blocked that one. How many trades overall in the first round? What's your number? I'm going with 3. I think that the Bears could be one of them. All right, Fernando. The Jets are on the clock right now. So want to hear your guys' thoughts. Crazy move. Crazy move. Let's see what we got here. So, I'll pull him up real quick. We'll get a quick little profile on him for you guys. All right, this past season for Indiana, the quarterback was selected first overall. He was an All-American, throwing for over 3,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, averaging 9.3 yards per average, and a 72% completion percentage. Wow. All right. Not a bad pick for the Raiders. Transferred over from California after his sophomore year. He's looking all happy about it. The power blue tie, very, very awesome for him. It must be the moment of a lifetime. And now the draft can get fun. Now, we don't know who's going next. So this is, I agree, the draft's going to get a lot more fun now that Fernando has been picked. And the pick is in. The pick is in for the New York Jets. Shout out to my good friend Sean Levy, who is arguably one of the only Jets fans in Chicago. He texted me, he's like, do you want to come and watch the draft? And I was like, brother, I'm picking 25. No, I do not. But the pick is in for the New York Jets. Pretty fast, too. I like that the NFL has made this a little bit quicker. So the pick is in. Let's see exactly what we got. The analysts are talking about it right now. Who do you guys think it's going to be? Throw your thoughts in the comment section right now. Jets need a quarterback bad. That's all I got to say. So now maybe Ty Simpson. That would be kind of nice. Also, I think it would be really cool to go to the NFL draft. It looks electric to be with all the different fan bases celebrating each pick and also seeing the reactions of people that they may not like. That being said, unfortunately, for everybody else, not so much. All right, Fernando is off the board, and the pick is in for the New York Jets. Waiting for the card to get called here. We are in the first round at pick 2 in the 2026 NFL Draft. Relentless Mikey, couldn't agree more. Thank you for hitting that like button and subscribing. We're on our way to 50,000, guys. And also, by the way, when I hit 50,000 subscribers, I'm giving away some opening day tickets. So hopefully we hit that before opening day. We're less than 5,000 away. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. All right, Mr. Goodell is walking out right now to the podium. Slow walk. Yeah, you look cool, guy, I guess. With the second pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select let's see. David Bailey from Texas Tech. Edge. Arguably the best edge in this draft is going to New York for Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn, a defensive-minded coach, obviously. Trying to be quick here. The Texas Tech edge, there was no chance he was falling any lower than 5. But, Jets want to take him. Kind of shocked by this, to be totally honest with you, considering the Jets' quarterback situation. But hey, David Bailey has been selected by the New York Jets with the second pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Thoughts? Want to hear what you guys are thinking, but David Bailey, edge out of Texas Tech. Let's go through his numbers real quick for you guys. If you guys don't know about David Bailey, we really haven't been looking at him considering the fact that he was going to be a top 5 pick and the Bears were selecting at 25. David Bailey transferred from Stanford this past year to Texas Tech into the Big 12, and he had 19.5 tackles for loss, 14.5 sacks, 3 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, and a total of 52 tackles. Good player overall for the Jets. Helps out with their defensive line. That team has a ton of picks, and they start off at the edge position. Happy for him, to say the least. Jets, I feel bad for them. If you think being a Bears fan was bad at one point, try being a Jets fan. Let's see your guys' thoughts in the comment section below, how you feel about this pick. Because honestly, it's not terrible. It's not bad. It's good for them. How about that? Let's reorganize the screen real quick so I can find your guys' comments a little bit faster. My apologies here. My computer sounds like it's about to go to the moon with how fast it's trying to keep up with all the movement. All right, so David Bailey again picked number 2 out of Texas Tech. Congratulations to them. Really good edge, to say the least. Let's see what you guys are thinking in the comment section below right now. Thoughts on the pick? Agreed. A darn good edge. I love it. Glenn is a better DC than an HC. Years numbered as an HC. I think so too as well. Going as fast as I can, guys. Thank you guys for your patience while I've been getting the picks. The Cardinals are on the clock at the moment. Jets defense had 0 interceptions in 17 games last year. If you guys don't remember, Deshaun Wright, who had 5 interceptions for the Bears last year, went to the New York Jets only on a 1-year, $5.5 million deal. Not bad for the Jets at all. They get their big defensive back, and now they have their big defensive edge. So Jets defense will be better next year, to say the least. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on that one. David Bailey out of Texas Tech. So is this when Ty Simpson's getting picked? The Cardinals? Let's see. Let's see what we got. David Bailey, though, man. What I really like about the guy is that he reminds me a lot of Robert Quinn. No sleeves, no knee pads. Guy's just an absolute monster when it comes down to getting to the quarterback. He was solid last year for Texas. That's, again, 14.5 sacks. That's pretty darn impressive if you ask me. So David Bailey is off the board now. That's 2 guys. And if you guys go back to my big board, everyone is still there. Katie McDonald, TJ Parker, Zion Young, Dylan Thieneman, Robert Woods, Falk, Mesidor, and Lemieux are all still there. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Who do you guys want the Bears to pick? What if we select Ty? I don't think that's happening. We got Jay Shy Bowles, our Bowles channel in the chat right now. Thieneman at number 25 for the Bears. Well, I would absolutely love it. Minute 36 left on the clock for the Cardinals. It seems like they're using every single second possible. We got Relentless Mikey whining Woods in the chat. We had a little bit of a discussion yesterday via text. I still want Katie McDonald. He wants Woods. I always say that you can mold players to a scheme out of college a lot easier than bringing in a guy that's been in the NFL playing in a scheme for a certain amount of time. So we'll see. Is there anyone who's going to drop? Not heard of any rumblings yet. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. It's a very weak draft. It doesn't have a lot of hype, to be honest with you guys. I mean, there was 1 or 2 guys that really brought a lot of hype. I think that for us, it's the later rounds this year. And that's what I think is super exciting about this upcoming season or this draft for the Bears, because 3 picks tomorrow. I'm going to be busy here. I will not be live streaming tomorrow. Just want to be transparent about that. But I will be announcing both 57 and 60 together in a video. So you guys will see that minutes after the 60th pick is done. Followed by that too, I'll be announcing 89 in a separate video. And I just want to say real quick, because the pick is in for the Arizona Cardinals. Quickly want to say, 1, thank you for your support during the offseason. I know things can get slow. I know things can get boring. Number 2, thank you for your support of just another year. And 3, it's gonna be a lot of fun this year. So please don't go anywhere. Hopefully we see you guys every single day. Like I tell you guys all the time, I post every single day with my 9-to-5 job. I wake up at 5 in the morning, make a video, and then I go to work, come right back, and I make another one. So appreciate your guys' support. It goes a very, very long way. While we're waiting on the pick, if you guys haven't already, make sure that you guys get your Lumalnati's deal of 10% off your in-app order. All you got to use is code J10 in the Lumalnati's app. Download it today. And I saw a question, does it deliver to Indiana? I believe there is one in Crown Point now. So if you're in the area, make sure you guys give a look out for that. All right, the pick is in for the Arizona Cardinals. Roger Goodell, walking very slow. My friend, you don't have a plug walk. Just walk out there. Let's get this thing going. We've already been 24 minutes in this draft. With the 3rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select I don't have sound. Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame. Wow. The running back from Notre Dame has been selected 3rd. He talked about it actually earlier today that he would not mind going to the Arizona Cardinals. Well, guess what? That dream just became a reality, my friend. The Arizona Cardinals take the top running back in the 2026 NFL Draft off the board, and he is going out west. So a big addition for the Arizona Cardinals, who also needed a quarterback. That makes things interesting, potentially with Tyson Bagent being in speculation to potentially get traded to them. Something fun to think about, but a lot going on here. And guess what, guys? We have a special guest joining us right now. You guys might know him from TikTok, but I'm excited to bring in my good friend, Bears Buddy. My friend, what is going on?
How's it going, Jay? Good to see you, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, good. Jeremiah Love to the Arizona Cardinals. What are your thoughts?
My bracket immediately got busted on this one. I was going for Francis Mauigoa, or I was feeling like this would be the first fireworks of this draft, the first trade. I feel like they're looking for a quarterback right now, so maybe they'll get that in the second half, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's how I feel about that.
All right. Bear 1 second. I have to remove you from the studio. I have to make an adjustment real quick. So we'll bring you right back in just a second. So don't go anywhere. But Jeremiah Love to the Arizona Cardinals. Pretty exciting pick, to say the least. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Got to shoot Bears Buddy a text real quick. All right, guys, thoughts on the Jeremiah pick right now? Pretty darn exciting for the Arizona Cardinals. Big running back out of Notre Dame. So I don't know where Ty Simpson is going to fall now, but he is interesting to say the least. So the Tennessee Titans are on the board now. Oh my goodness, we got our good friend Dorothy and Phil in the chat right now. Great to see you guys. Happy that you guys are around and available. Haven't seen you in quite some time. Excited to see you guys here. Awesome. Wow. And shout out to Phil for wearing the Just Another Year shirt. Pretty darn exciting. Bears Buddy, I shot you a text. If you can check your text, I'll explain why. There we go. Okay, I think I can bring him back in now. All right, now, there we go. We can't deal with some issues from the NFL, so I had to tell him real quick. The background had to change real quick. Thanks for doing that, man.
Yeah, no, man, I appreciate it. We changed everything else over on the TikTok live stream, so got a jersey giveaway on the TikTok live stream.
Yeah, so if you guys don't follow Bears Buddy on TikTok, make sure you guys go and follow him. Fantastic daily news. How were the interviews yesterday with Matt Forte? Why don't you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, it was phenomenal. I've got this Bible here. It's the Draft Bible, The Beast by Dane Brugler, 600 pages of the most comprehensive analytics. But I mean, I don't know. That was a phenomenal interview. Matt Forte and I got to chat for, 15 minutes. For about 10 of those minutes, they were telling me to wrap it up. So, the life of a content creator, huh?
No, hey, listen, once you have an opportunity, don't let anybody stop you is kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so first two picks, thoughts, David Bailey obviously going to the Jets was a big one. We all know Fernando was going to go to the Las Vegas Raiders, but David Bailey to the Jets, thoughts?
Yeah, David Bailey to the Jets. This was the only draft that I put money on. I had Bailey going to the Jets, but I don't think that it's the best pick. I feel like they need a lot more than David Bailey. I feel like at Texas Tech, David Bailey was propped up by Lee Hunter, Jacob Rodriguez. They had a full defensive team over there. So I don't think that David Bailey should have been that high, but he had one of the best defensive seasons since Myles Garrett at Texas A&M. So yeah, I think that it makes sense numbers wise, but for me, it's a little rich. That's what I'd say.
I thought they were going with Ty Simpson, to be honest with you. The Jets need quarterback help, but the Titans have to pick, and they're not going after a quarterback. So who do you think's getting picked next?
So for me, it's got to be Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese is one of the biggest freaks in this class. Him and Sonny Styles. I can't believe they're still on the board right now. Ruben Bain would be the best fit here. But I don't think Ruben Bain's going until 10, 11, or 12. Hopefully he doesn't go to the 25th.
I mean, shoot, anything's possible in this draft. I was also just notified to tighten the tie for the first round. So thanks, guys. Appreciate the wardrobe malfunction, to say the least. But the pick is in for the Titans. Let's see who they ended up bringing in. Roger Goodell is walking out to the board right now. He's got to walk a little bit faster. That's all. The guy's walking slower than this. Is already a long process. Let's get things going. But here we go with the fourth pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans are selecting, waiting for the sound, Cornell Tate out of Ohio State. Wow. That was not on your board either, was it?
No, this was not. I've got to double check to see if my bracket is completely busted. I had Cornell Tate going to the Browns.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I had Jeremiah Love going to the Titans, so this kind of makes sense there. They do need offensive firepower. I don't think that Robert Saleh can put his job on the line for a defense again. I think that that's something that, like, after coming from San Francisco, Mike Shanahan, he comes over here and he needs some offensive firepower. So Cam Ward has a new receiver in Cornell Tate.
Yeah, I'm solid player overall, to say the least. Last year was a national champion with Ohio State. The junior this past year had 875 receiving yards for 17.2 yards per catch, 9 receiving touchdowns, and he had 2 rushing attempts for 16 yards. So versatile player, good speed. Where did they have him in the Beast going, though?
Yeah, the Beast, he does a couple different things, but for the Beast, we have him ranked as the number 10th prospect. So Dane Brugler also did a mock draft. I don't have that up, but I do have it up that he is number 10 on the board. So a lot of players ahead of him.
Yeah, this draft has already gotten crazy. I think they need it with how low the hype this draft was. They're like, guys, make some picks that people aren't expecting.
Well, that's what we were talking about too. Like, this is an entertainment business. And for franchises that aren't real, I mean, for franchises that already have their stadium set up, that have their malls and the complexes set up, sorry if I'm out of line here. But for those franchises that already have that, it's an entertainment business. They know that they're 10 years away from a Super Bowl, if ever. Cardinals aren't trying to win a Super Bowl. Let's be real. So they got to make it fun.
Yeah, I agree. But, I think Tate's going to be good for that young Tennessee offense. They needed a lot of weapons over there. The defense, I think, is farther along. You got to remember Simmons is still down there. And, defensive tackle is not very deep in this draft. Titans do have a decent amount of picks, too. They had a good offseason. So, overall, I mean, Cornell Tate makes sense, but I still think that they could have gone another direction. But Saleh, like you said, got the job over a lot of people thought Matt Nagy was going to get the job. Probably would have been the same pick, though. Do you think?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he is one of the best offensive players. I mean, there might have been more fireworks there then because of Jeremiah Love, like trying to get him over there. That makes a lot of sense. Derrick Henry in the past. But yeah, Cornell Tate, Ohio State wide receivers, you can't bet against those guys.
No. I mean, look how it turned out. Even though Arizona with Marvin Harrison, that didn't look like a match made in heaven so far, but he's definitely shown some flash. Give him a quarterback, and I think that guy's going to be an absolute problem in the NFL.
Exactly, yeah. And now the Vikings have the problem of Kyler Murray. I feel like that is our fortune and their misfortune. They'll see that he has a lot of talent, but I feel like he lacks drive unless it's on Call of Duty.
There you go. Yeah, there. Exactly. Well, the pick is in for the New York Giants. Who are we thinking?
The New York Giants got to take Arvell Reese. I mean, John was talking a lot to Sonny Styles and hanging out with his family. The NFL did a rookies draft series, and he had a lot of great clips. John Harbaugh had a lot of great clips with Sonny Styles and his family, but I feel like Arvell Reese needs to come off the board here. This is criminal. Yeah. What are your thoughts, though?
I mean, I think Reese makes the most sense after especially getting rid of Dexter Lawrence. Brian Burns could still be on the move. He said that if Dexter Lawrence leaves, he doesn't want to play this upcoming season. Is that a bluff? Maybe, but you never know. There's crazy things that happen after the draft. Players see other players get drafted and they go, uh-oh, I don't like that very much. But I mean, Thibodeau has not worked out in New York. I wouldn't mind the Bears trading a late pick for him to come to Chicago. Mm-hmm. Low risk, high reward. And the Bears can afford him a lot more than Brian Burns, obviously. But Arvell Reese, I mean, coming off a big season, 10 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, and 69 total tackles. good player, and New York, I think, would want to build a defense with another guy like him.
Yeah, I think so. They've got the 5th and the 10th, right? So there could be some maneuvering here. And we'll see what happens here. I mean, a lot of drama on this pick here. Like I said, could they go with 2 Ohio State guys, Arvell Reese and Sonny Style, 5 and 10?
Could, but guess what? We have a trade. We just got a trade here in the draft. The Cleveland Browns are trading the 6th overall pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Chiefs will be picking next after the New York Giants. That's an aggressive move by Kansas City, to say the least. Trade details have not dropped yet, but we're waiting to see. Okay, the official trade, the Chiefs are trading 974 and 148 to move up. Wow. That is a steep price. I mean, I love it. But what does that mean for the Chiefs? Who is that? I don't know who they're going to pick up. That is a crazy pick, though, guys. If you guys did not hear and you're just tuning in right now, Jonathan Jones of CBS tweets out picks 974 and 148 are going to the Cleveland Browns for pick number 6. Nothing in return for them. That is a very steep. That's a crazy trade. I mean,
that's awesome.
I love it, though. I think that the Browns just got real lucky, and they're going to get even busier. Let's update this for you guys. For the folks watching at home, I'm doing some live editing on the spot. But
I mean, this setup is phenomenal, by the way. I don't think that you get this in front of a paywall. Like, you've got to pay for something like this, man. You do a great job of setting this all up. It's phenomenal.
Well, excuse me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got to give a shout out to my designer, Kale, though. Kale, if you're still watching, Kale is the absolute man. I mean, he works his tush off to give us the best. He did our whole rebrand that we just dropped not too long ago. He did a fantastic job. But he's made this possible. I had a vision and he made it happen. So grateful for him. But it's been a lot of fun. If you ever need him, let me know. I'm sure I would be more than happy to connect you guys.
Yeah, for sure. The TikTok crowd loves a gritty look. I got this gritty look on right now, a little blurred.
Hey, it works. That's why you have 16,000 followers and you've been the only Bears TikTok channel to be getting consistently 10,000 plus. Again, if you guys don't follow Bears Buddy on TikTok, make sure you guys go check it out. All right, the pick is in for the New York Giants. Who are we selecting? Folks? Roger Goodell is up at the podium. And with the 5th pick, the New York Jets are selecting
Is it?
They faked out the pick. They're doing a quick honor. Thank you to our troops. They're doing a quick honor. I was like, wait, what? No, what are you doing? I was already tricked out by Ty Simpson getting thrown on the screen before number 1. So here we go. Okay, the pick is in. Let's see. Team Taps is being announced right now. Love that. Great move by the NFL. We're still waiting. All right, here we go. The kid's making the call. All right, there's your guy. Arvell Reese, linebacker from Ohio State, has been selected by the Giants. That is a big power move. The edge out of Ohio State, one of the better ones, is off the board. You predicted that. I give you that one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that he's on there that long. Him and Sonny Styles going into the combine, those guys were phenomenal athletes. They had great years. Arvell Reese, being an edge rusher, he never really had a plan, which is kind of fun, insane to think that Patricia would put him out there for Ohio State without a plan, but he was like, just freelance it. He goes out there, he does a phenomenal job. Imagine what he's going to do with a plan. Although Dexter Lawrence would tell you that the Giants don't have a plan.
Well, he's now with the Bengals, so anything he says, I don't think Giants fans are listening to anymore. But Arvell Reese, 14 games this past year for Ohio State. He had a total of 69 tackles, 34 of them being solo, with 10 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, 5 pass deflections, and was an All-American. So they address a big need for the Giants, 6'4" and 1/8 inches, 242 pounds. Athletic player, one of the most athletic edges out of the draft. I think it's a good pick overall. I would have loved to see him in a Bears uniform, but guess what? He's going to New York, and John Harbaugh officially starts revamping his defense. What'd the Beast have to say about him?
Yeah, the Beast, pretty much what I've got to say. I don't think the guy has a weakness on him. All of his weaknesses were put to bed when he went out to the combine and just flat out just performed. He's the number 1 overall prospect. He's the closest to like a 5-star blue chip that we have coming out of this class. I mean, Todd McShay was talking a lot about this. We only had Arvell Reese and Jeremiah Love coming out of this draft class that were the top 2.
And, that's what I think was so weird about this draft was that, there wasn't a lot of big hype guys. Like Caleb's class, there was everyone was, and not only because we were Bears fans, but it was because of the fact that there were so many athletes in there and they've all had an impact on the NFL. Last year was a lot of fun too, but New York, a young team, I think I'm with you. I think they got arguably the second best player in the NFL draft.
Yeah, for sure. I'll also say right here, I think, I can't believe that the Chiefs did this. So I think they're going Mansour Delane here.
They might. If you guys missed it, the Kansas City Chiefs traded up in the 2026 NFL draft with the Cleveland Browns for the 6th overall pick, sending the 974 and a day 3 pick in the 5th round. A big move by Kansas City. So Kansas City Chiefs, the pick is in already. They knew who they wanted. They wanted to trade up, and they made it happen quick. Who you thinking?
I'm thinking Mansour Delane from LSU. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I mean, like the Chiefs are in such a weird position because they have big names, but all of them are aged. They're not the same players they once were. So this gives an opportunity for them to kind of just pick anybody at this point. And also to move up 3 spots, giving up a day 2 and a day 3 pick in the same draft. I thought that was a little bit of an interesting move. I mean, Kansas City, they need to rebuild sooner than later, and they're kind of putting it all on the line right now for a win now move, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Trent McDuffie's gone now. All of their cornerbacks are in LA, so I think Mansour Delane makes a lot of sense, but we'll see. I feel like they could have tried to get Carnell Tate because they do need an official. They need a wide receiver that's stable, somebody that could be there for a while. But yeah.
So question for you, since we have almost 200 people in here, and shout out to you guys, the best live chat we've had. Let's throw a bear down in the chat right now. Let's get everybody pumped up. And also, I do want to say that we are giving away an autographed Colston Loveland jersey from Just Another Year. All you got to do is like this video, comment, "Go Bears" in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news and notifications. When will be announced this Monday. And Bears Buddy, I believe you're doing a giveaway on TikTok.
I'm doing a giveaway on TikTok. We're working with Wrigleyville Sports to give away a Caleb Williams jersey, not autographed, but it's a Caleb Williams jersey nonetheless. So go over to TikTok, follow, comment, and we'll get you put into the lottery during the 24th overall pick. Yeah.
Wow. That's exciting. So guys, make sure that you go follow everyone on TikTok. Get excited, get loud, get proud. Comment section. I want to see you guys start getting loud. I know it's been a little bit boring, but the Chiefs pick is in. And with the 6th pick in the 2026 NFL draft, the Kansas City Chiefs have selected Mansour Delane. Is that who you said? There he is.
Yep, Mansour Delane. Yep.
Wow. All right. 2 for 2. Bears Buddy knows, ball. Ball. That's all I got to say. If anyone didn't know, go check out his TikTok because, man, this guy knows everything in a bag of chips about football. But thoughts and why on the pick?
Yeah, well, LA just came for Trent McDuffie. The Chiefs don't have a secondary, essentially. So this was either a safety pick or a cornerback pick. Although, again, like I said, wide receiver would have made a lot of sense. That's just an insane trade, though, because I think he would have still been there at 9.
If you want a guy, you want the guy. So let's go through him real quick. 5'11", 187 pounds, decent size for a defensive back, but brings really good speed to the board. Very athletic player. He's been in the NCAA for a total of 4 seasons. I believe he was a transfer from Virginia Tech, but yes, he was. He was a unanimous All-American this past year, 45 total tackles with 2 interceptions, 11 pass deflections, so a good ball hawk for Kansas City secondary. Doesn't really do much when it comes to going against the run, but this guy knows how to read quarterbacks' eyes like anybody else. So it's a good pick overall. It makes sense, but I'm with you. I think that he would have been there still at number 9, but the Chiefs made their own decision. They dug their own grave there, and I mean, hey, as a Bears fan, I'm happy about it because it just makes us look that much better.
I'm happy about it for 2 reasons. Because here's I think what's going to happen is as soon as a tackle is taken, the landslide effect on tackles will go. As soon as an edge rusher is taken, the landslide on that will go. So sure. I'm hoping that both of those just stay at bay, so that we've got a lot of time here.
We got a lot of time before something happens. I still think that the Bears are still going to make a move tonight. I think that Ryan Poles is traded in every single draft. Here's another one, though, that I want to say. And by the way, wow, the Commanders knew who they wanted. Picks already in. That was quick. I think the Bears could potentially, and I kind of looked at a few different mock trades. Chat, want to hear your guys' thoughts on it, is that the Bears could send 57 and 60 to Pittsburgh and get another second round, a late second round pick, but then also maybe 2 late third rounders if the Steelers wanted to move up. There's a high value pick there. Second round is full of talent right now, but I think Ryan Poles likes his day 2 picks, even though the third round hasn't hit too much. Ben Johnson's here now. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on that, or your thoughts on it first, and we'll go to the chat in just a minute.
Yeah, again, like we just saw, if you've got your guy, go get your guy. You know, if you're trying to rebuild a team, though, get as many picks as possible.
And the Bears, that's the other thing too, is the Bears aren't rebuilding. We have a team. We have a solid core. Like, we can go out and already be favored to go to the playoffs with the team that we have now. It's just that this is more icing on the cake. And with the offense that we have, I mean, even without DJ Moore now, DJ Moore only had 682 yards this past year. There was too many mouths to feed. And now that you got Luther Burden being able to be open, you have Colston Loveland emerging. I think Cole Kmet's going to have a big year. I think this Bears offense is pretty set. That's why I'm leaning really heavy defense in this round, unless we go for a tackle. But the Bears are pretty darn set, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'd say as far as the Bears, there's you could read the tea leaves however you want to read this, right? There's a few different ways about this. Our defense is bloated as far as salary wise, right? Yeah. We got Dio Adengbo, unfortunately, Grady Jarrett. We've got some tough contracts. Montez Sweat till 27, Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon. Hopefully all these guys pan out and we don't have any bad conversations about them for the rest of the season.
A motivated Dio is a scary Dio, if you ask me.
A motivated Dio is what we wanted last year. Well, we got him this year. So if that's it, if not, you want a bunch of cheaper or more cost-conscious salaries so that you could restructure Darnell, so that you could extend Darnell and that you could extend Caleb when that time comes.
And in 2 years, Bears have over $300 million in cap. So you're going to see a lot of extensions coming here very soon. The pick is in for the Washington Commanders at number 7. Jerome Bettis is up there with Roger Goodell. And with the 7th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders up. See, no sound is killing me. I think I'm going to get my AirPod. I see you have yours in. Are you listening right now to the draft?
No, I'm talking to you through this, and then I've got the TikTok going as well.
Shout out! Am I audio on TikTok or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we can. Might be tough, but I could probably figure it out.
All right. Well, let's see who they picked. Sony Styles, linebacker, Ohio State. That was expected. They need a linebacker help. And Dan Quinn loves his defenses. What do you think of the pick so far? Instant reaction. I hate the Commanders, right? The last two, that was the Troy Aikman game. That was a Hail Mary while I'm on my bachelor party.
I do not like the Commanders. The fact that they got my favorite guy in the entire draft hurts a little bit because I am not going to root for them any given Sunday. What are your thoughts?
Good linebacker to say the least. It makes sense. His dad was in the NFL as well on the Rams. So he's got the blood in him. Let's go through his stats real quick to pull him up. But it's a crazy the amount of Ohio State guys that have already gone. But this past year for Ohio State, 14 games, he had a total of 82 tackles with 6.5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 1 interception, took it back for 5 yards, forced fumble, and 3 pass deflections. So he's an impactful player overall. I mean, like the Bears, if they didn't get Devin Bush, this would have been a guy I would love for them to have traded up for. I'm very excited about Devin Bush, though. Very solid player. I think we got him for a steal of a deal. But the Commanders got a heck of a player. Very athletic. I believe he ran under a 4.440 for his size, too. So impressive athlete. This draft was full of athletic freaks this year. I just got to put that out. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same, but when I saw that Keontae Scott, a guy that I really want the Bears to take on day 2, ran a 4.25. I was like, how fast are athletes getting? That's just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Even in the defensive tackle class, I was watching that harder than I've ever watched a defensive tackle class. Penn State guys were just hauling. Sonny Styles and his brother ran an even faster 40 than him. He'll be in like the 6th or 7th round, but yeah.
Crazy. And just want to give a quick shout out to our super chats for today. We just got another one from our good friend Billy, called us the best Bears channel. Shout out to Billy. I appreciate the love right there, my friend. I'm shocked there is no Vrabel joke from the chat yet. You guys want to go down that path? You know what, chat? Throw your best Vrabel joke in the chat right now. We'll throw that up there. And I got to say this too. I am beyond grateful for Ben Johnson even more now, because I was pounding the table for Mike Vrabel if we didn't get Ben Johnson. What a nightmare that would have been, especially after the magical season we just had this past year. And it's just so fitting for the Patriots with Robert Kraft there and all the stuff he's gotten into over the years. Then he's like, oh, I got to defend my head coach. Well, it's been a 6-year affair, we're finding out. So that's not very ideal.
Yeah. That's phenomenal. I mean, there's so many things that are coming out before it. Is the AJ Brown thing even real because of, the Mike Vrabel thing? So that's what people are talking about today.
If AJ Brown goes to the Patriots, that'll hopefully be a non-PR nightmare for New England. Will kind of shove the Vrabel under the rug for about an hour, and they'll be like, oh wait, no, we have more to talk about. Crazy stories here. The Saints already put their pick in. They were on the clock for 30 seconds. So who are we going with the Saints?
It looks like potentially Jordan Tyson, wide receiver. Mekhi Lemon's probably going to slip here tonight. But if they go Francis Mauigoa, they go Francis Mauigoa.
If you go 3 for 3 on this, we're gonna have to make you an official insider, I think.
I should have put money on this.
Our good friend Connor Burns put $50 on Caden McDonald, and I texted him. I was like, my friend, exactly, put 100 more on it, and I think he did. Shout out to
that's
Connor.
Gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. No Mike Vrabel jokes in the chat yet, by the way. I was a little disappointed by that. I did 200 people in here. We don't got one Mike Vrabel joke. Come on. Anyway, about the Saints, I think that they're a team to watch out for. They started to do some things in the second half of the season, and they're really believing in that coaching staff, which, they hit this pick right. I think the Saints might have a fun year. What this year was supposed to be for the Bears, it's a fun growing year. I think the Saints could actually make some noise down in the NFC South.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, Chris Olave is going to take over down there. I think that, we'll see what happens. And I think that they've got when we played them last year, I was just excited that we got out of there with a win. It almost fell apart at halftime, and I was just happy to get out of there. So if that's any sign of things to come, then, good for them.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that was the Kyle Monangai game. That was the first game Kyle Monangai had more than 75 rushing yards, and he really showed that he was a great pick for the Bears. Quickly want to put out here real quick is from To Tots Samuel, 260. I apologize. As much graphics as were made today in a 8-hour period, we unfortunately did not make one that showed all the picks, but we can pull it up and announce it for you real quick. So NFL Draft big board. Let's see what they got one updated for us. The draft tracker so far for the, let's see, round one. Obviously, Fernando went to the Las Vegas Raiders. Then David Bailey went to the New York Jets. Jeremiah Love went to the Arizona Cardinals. Carnell Tate out of Ohio State went to the Tennessee Titans. Arvell Reese, edge out of Ohio State, went to the New York Giants. The Chiefs traded up with the Cleveland Browns to pick number 6 for Mansour Delane out of LSU, solid defensive back. And then Washington Commanders picked Sonny Styles, linebacker out of Ohio State. So currently we do have the Saints on the board. Their pick is in. It only took them 30 seconds. So their guy was there, and they must be ecstatic about it. But who did you say you think the Saints picked?
Jordan Tyson.
Jordan Tyson. If you go 4 for 4, or what would that be, 4 for 5?
I mean, I did do David Bailey. That was the only guy.
No, you did one more before. I thought you did.
Mansour Delane. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving you credit. I remember.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. We got Sly Talk ECU saying the Bears should trade up. So question for the chat right now, where should the Bears trade up to? Because Albert Breer thinks that they're going to trade up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 15, which could probably involve either number 60, and if the Bears get lucky, 89. I'd be much obviously happier if they trade 89. But Bears buddy, before we go to the chat and see what trade that they would do, would you do a trade up?
Oh, in a heartbeat. I want Ruben Bain. Like this guy, I mean, I don't care if his arms are 29 inches. I'll take the guy. I mean, he's an absolute machine off the edge, and that's who we need. So for me, he's worth it.
So here's another question for you while we're waiting to hear back from the chat right now and trading up is could the Bears go after offensive tackle and get Caleb Lemieux? I'm all for it. How about yourself?
Yeah, I think he doesn't move the needle for me. No. And okay. Yeah, there's potential. Yeah, he could fall to us. We'll see. Like, I would not want to be him right now. This left the tackle situation, keep going further and further back. As long as Francis Mauigoa is on, like, I am shocked that a tackle hasn't been taken yet, because there was talks of him being in the top 5 from 3 to like right now. And so I think that a lot of people's like brackets are busted by now.
I didn't even know that draft brackets were a thing. I got to get in on that next year.
We're making it a thing right now. That's what we're doing. We're
making it a thing. Okay. Next year, 2027, folks, we are doing a draft, and the Saints pick Jordan Tyson. Wow. 4 for 5. That is impressive. Yeah. You read the beast in and out. It looks like, man, that a nice pick by the Saints, much needed. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I think that this is what they need. I mean, Chris Olave over there, Tyler Shuck is their quarterback. He didn't have the weapons that he needed. I think that, that's what they're saying from a fan's perspective. I think that they've got an old defense. So I think that this was as good as they were going to do. Jordan Tyson, so the story behind Jordan Tyson is he was phenomenal. He was out at ASU and he didn't test. He didn't go to the combine. People said that he was injured. And last Friday he goes out, he doesn't run a 40. He just runs a couple hot routes. His agent is the best in the business right now. I got to figure out who that is, but he just created a circus for him last Friday. So that's what everybody's drafting off of, is hype and that Friday workout. So that's what it was.
So Jordan Tyson, he definitely has the height at 6'2", 203 pounds. This past year for Arizona State, played in 9 games with 61 receptions for 711 yards, averaging 11.7 yards per catch and 8 receiving touchdowns. His junior year, though, his first junior year, according to Sports Reference, is that he had 75 catches for over 1,100 yards and 10 receiving touchdowns. So the Saints got a guy that, I'm watching his clip right now on the screen, he can break ankles pretty quick, got good initial speed, and he can just run it to the house. So that's a dangerous, like I was saying, if you get that Saints team going, who knows what they could do? They could be dangerous this upcoming season. So Jordan Tyson picked at number 8. Not a bad pick, to say the least.
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, they're going to be an annoying team. I don't think that we have them on the – do we have them?
I believe we do play the Saints this year in New Orleans because we played them in Chicago last year.
Road trip right there.
It'll be a fun one. It's going to be a challenge, though, for the Bears defensive backroom, which is that's why I want Keontae Scott. Nothing against Tyreek Stevenson or Jalen Johnson, but, Jalen looked a little slow coming back, obviously coming off injury, but, big factor that goes into that.
Yeah, man, great call out too. Like he came back from 2 injuries. I had him and Kyler Gordon almost like all pro seasons before the season, and both of them got injured. So we'll see what happens. Ben Johnson with that comment too, that our relationships are starting over at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, saw that. He
pointed both of them out. I'm like, what is that about?
I mean, Kyler Gordon's just got to stay healthy, man. He's never had a complete season. We gave him a big extension. And then Jaquan Brisker plays in all 17 games, has arguably the best defensive performance in the playoffs versus the Rams, and that we let him go. This is Dennis Allen's defense, and if Brisker didn't fit it, fine. I totally hear him out and respect the decision, but factors that go into it. And just so you know, the Browns have already had their 9th pick. So whoever they wanted was available still, it looks like, and the Browns already put the pick in. So we're still talking about Jordan Tyson, though, who was picked up by the New Orleans Saints at number 8. So let's go over to the draft board now, just to give you guys a quick update on who has been selected. So Fernando at number 1, followed by David Bailey at number 2, Jeremiah Love at number 3 to the Cardinals. Titans selected wide receiver Carnell Tate. Giants selected at number 5, Arvell Reese at number 6 by the Chiefs, who traded up with the Browns. Mansour Delane, number 7, Washington Commanders took linebacker Sonny Styles out of Ohio State. And now most recently the Saints with wide receiver Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State. I'm so used to saying Ohio State, considering I've announced that 3 times in the last 5 picks. A lot of players coming out of Ohio State. That's what happens when you have a dominant team, especially on defense like that. But, the Big Ten, man, they're the new Alabama of the Big Ten. They just keep turning players. Impressive stuff. I hope the Bears stay. That's why I want Katie McDonald, because keep Ohio State going, man. It seems to be working.
Yeah. As far as Katie McDonald, I just don't want to get my heart broken with him, because I feel like he just doesn't fit the profile. And we've already spent a decent amount on defensive tackles.
Yes. Now, quickly, speaking of that, I interviewed my little cousin before today, and I said, hey, who are you picking tonight? So we got the Bears 25th pick with Ace. In chat, I want you guys to cheer on Ace with his pick, but this is who he chose at number 25 for the Chicago Bears.
The Chicago Bears have the 25th overall pick. Select Zion Young, edge, Missouri. The Bears.
What do you think, Bears buddy? Good pick, bad pick?
I think that's a great pick. Yeah. I asked Dane Brugler about that, and he said he's a guy that you don't want to play against, a guy you want to have on your team.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. And the Browns have made their selection. They're taking Spencer Fanu out of Utah, the first offensive tackle taken on the board for the Cleveland Browns. I think that's who they were going to take anyway, because Cleveland needs a lot of help on that offensive line, considering we just took their left tackle, Jedrick Wills Jr., who's on a 1-year prove-it contract for the Bears. Definitely going to be a depth piece, but Spencer Fanu, thoughts out of the gate?
Yeah, this is phenomenal. His stock actually dropped because Francis Mauigoa popped up. But I think it's just because he was in the national championship game. He had a little bit more footage. Fano Fano is out of Utah. You don't see as much from him. So we only have, the combine to go off of, and it wasn't a lot. So that's why Francis Mauigoa is going to be ahead of him, or was supposed to be ahead of him in these last couple weeks. But Fano was like the number 1 OT coming out of the college season.
Well, let's check out his stats real quick via PFF and see exactly what his stats were this past year for Utah. Caleb Lamu is still on the board, but this past year, Spencer for Utah, he had 5 penalties, no sacks, no hits, and only 5 pressures allowed. That's a heck of a stat line, especially in the conference that he's playing in. It's a great pick for Cleveland. I know usually when folks go to Cleveland, they don't do all that much. It's kind of cursed. Wow, the Giants have already made another pick. The Giants have already made their pick. They knew who they wanted again. The pick is in. Who we going with, Bears, buddy?
It's got to be Caleb Downs, right?
Wrong. Francis
Mauigoa.
There you go.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Streak came to an end.
Yeah, right. And look at this. This is the landslide that I was talking about. Once a tackle comes off the board, it's going to start to slip. So then, yeah, now we're trying to do math here. Now this is where Bears fans need to put their hats on and start looking around. Yeah, what are we going to do? Are we going to trade up? Because Caleb Downs is still there. And that, I got shivers thinking of having Caleb Downs.
Trade up could happen. We're waiting. I got X open right now, looking around, seeing exactly what's going on. But the first 10 picks are done in the 2026 NFL Draft, folks. This is going to be very, very interesting to see what goes on with Miami at number 11. Because
look at what Ian Rappaport just said.
Wow. They traded the pick to the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see exactly the trade in general, folks. We have a trade, a big trade with the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys.
That's huge.
Miami
all the draft capital in the world right now. So, and no direction.
The Cowboys only set 12, 177, and 180. I think that's a steal of a deal. That is a very good deal for Dallas. Holy moly. All right.
So Dallas only goes up one spot then.
Yes, but they no, they move up 2 spots. Or no, 1 spot. You're correct. Pick is in, by the way.
So, okay. So now how many picks does Miami have? I think that's like puts them at 11 picks now or something like that.
I think no, because they got 2 more. I think it's 13.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of later picks, but still, yes. I mean, shoot. Miami's busy, folks. All right, Miami trades with the Dallas Cowboys. I can't even make a graphic that fast because the pick is already in. Dallas knew who they wanted.
Is this Ruben Bain here? Like, because that is the Micah Parsons. I'm so high on Ruben Bain here. Like, his college tape was phenomenal.
If Ruben Bain goes to Dallas, they're missing Micah Parsons. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. Yeah, right.
All right. Well, the Giants are done in the first round, I believe now. They get their first 2 picks. They go defense and offense. Great picks overall by both of them. Clear needs for the Giants right there. All right. Question for me and Bears buddy for your 2. Who do you really want to see the Bears pick up? I would love to see Caden McDonald get picked up, but now you're looking at trade up territory. You're past number 10. And now you just saw what the Dallas Cowboys offered. The Bears might be able to trade up for a little bit. It's still going to be steep, but maybe a first in that first in that third now instead of a first and a second. It just got interesting here for everyone involved.
Yeah, I mean, and that kind of gives us a little bit of direction of what's going on with Miami, that they in fact have no direction. They don't have any, like player available. I think that's, can we push them around and take that pick from them right now? Like that's where my brain goes. If you're Ryan Poles, you're picking up the phone, you're calling them right now and figuring out, what do you want? If Ryan Poles wants to go, if he believes in Ruben Bain, and he did go out to Miami on a Monday for their pro day. So he was there. That might've been for your guy though, the safety / cornerback, Keontae Scott.
I think it's for either Keontae Scott or Akeem Mesidor. Only name that Ryan Poles has dropped from a prospect that he's interested in. So there's a lot of interest there. And Mesidor fits what Dennis Allen's looking for. But it's tough. This is where this part in the draft, because you know who's going to go first. You know who's going to go early. Now it's just luck of the draw. You know who's going to go in the first round most likely, but where are they going to land? Cowboys have a need at defensive line, and it looks like they're going to make this pick. This pick's been in for a while. We're at a commercial break at the moment, which while we're at a commercial break, we are sponsored by 2 beautiful companies today. First one, I want to talk about the Damn Good Company, our designer Kale's company, which He makes fantastic products, going from not only designs on our show, but also hats, shirts, so on and so forth. Go out and get the hat today. I'm putting on my draft hat right now. I look like I just got drafted by the Chicago Bears. I can play safety. I can bring the pads out of storage real quick, take it up. But also, guys, go check him out. He does fantastic work. You need any graphic design, whether it be digital or on shirts, make sure you go out and call Kale. And also, we are sponsored by Lou Malnati's today. If you guys have the Lou Malnati's app, go and use the app. Type in code J10 to get $10 off your in-app order. This is active all the way through May 21st. You get to use it as many times as you want. So write it down on a piece of paper. Next time you have pizza night, make sure you tag us on X, tag us on TikTok, whatever, and make it known that you use just another year's code, because we love Lou Malnati's. And let me ask you this, Bears buddy. If you had anything to eat tonight, which dinner is looking late for me, I ate a whole Jewel thin crust pizza before this. What would you choose from Lou Malnati's tonight?
Well, fortunately, my beautiful wife knew that I was going to be doing this, so she made pot stickers for me. But if I had to order from Lou Malnati's, I love just a supreme deep dish, well done.
Okay, butter crust or no butter crust?
Butter crust for sure. Let's do it. What's your go-to order from there?
Well, mine is I do a little bit of a custom order. I get the Lou, but I get extra garlic put on top with giant slices of tomato. So I like as much as possible. There's just something about that Lou Malnati's sauce that just is incredible, and the tomato just puts it on top. So that's my choice. But it sounds like, because first time, so fun fact, guys, Bears Buddy and I actually had a meeting on the first beautiful day for outdoor patio weather in 2026 at Big Star over in Wicker Park, right across the street. Lou Malnati's. Sounds like we're going to go pick up a pizza and maybe enjoy and go to Big Star for margaritas after. How does that sound?
Exactly. Catch a game at Big Star with the Lou's.
There you go. It is 10% off CDC, but usually that ends up being $10 at least at Lou's. It's worth every single dollar. Let me tell you that. All right. David's saying that the deep dish sausage and pepperoni with spinach. Ooh, that's a Chicago combo right there. That's
keeping it healthy. That's keeping it healthy.
It's keeping it healthy. The spinach helps. And also you're getting protein. You're getting protein there. Very good. We are at a commercial break right now, folks. I need some water. Bears Buddy, you got to go get water real quick. We got 30 seconds. So I'm going to put us up real quick in a commercial break. We'll be back in 30 seconds, folks. Do not go anywhere. Oh, wait, actually, wait. Nope. The pick is in. We will wait till after the Dallas Cowboys pick. My apologies. We're not going anywhere. All right. We're playing the game. Who are we taking?
This has got to be Caleb Downs. There's no way he stays on. Like, this is a criminal. What's going on?
All right. Well, let's see if you're right. With the 11th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select. They're happy. All right. Caleb Downs, safety out of Ohio State.
Let's go.
There's your guy. He's off the board. He's going to Dallas. Initial reaction.
Initial reaction is I feel like the NFL went out of the way to keep Ohio State from having 4 players drafted in the top 10. Caleb Downs to Cowboy. If you're a Cowboys fan, I don't think there's anybody on either of our streams that are Cowboys fans, but if you are, good for you. He was the 6th overall ranked player. He's a stud.
He is a stud. Let's go through his stats real quick to see exactly what the Cowboys are getting in him. This past year, he was an All-American for Ohio State, 9th in the Heisman Trophy finalist in 14 games, 68 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, and 2 pass deflections. That's a guy Dennis Allen would have loved to have on his defense. Yeah.
I mean, that guy is a game wrecker. And those stats, honestly, don't do him justice. His comp was Buda Baker, and he is that hard-bodied hitter that you just want. I always hate using the word he's a smart player, but that's what he is. He's just so intuitive, and football just runs through his veins. That's what it is.
Tough player. I mean, athletic player. You know what? There are some guys that just have that look that when they go to the NFL, they're NFL ready. Mm-hmm. Man, he just looks like an NFL player. I do want to quickly say, I understand I am a little bit delayed. We are a little bit delayed If you guys want, refresh your browser right now and it'll bring you up to speed. I'm sure a couple ads might have shown. So that's why we're a little bit behind at the moment, but appreciate you guys tuning in as always. We are slightly behind though. And again, we're on YouTube. We're not on national television. So streaming is notoriously slightly behind. But overall, Caleb Downs off the board for the NFL draft. So crazy move right there. Good move for the Cowboys. I'm liking it. All right, now the Miami Dolphins have their pick in already. So before we get into that pick, folks, I'm going to get some water real quick. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. We're at quick water break. Thank you guys for staying with us. Caleb Downs' dad is sweating through his suit right now while they're interviewing him. Obviously, a very proud moment for him. His son obviously just got selected by America's team. So overall, wow, awesome stuff there. So now let's play the game again because Miami already has their pick in. Now that Miami has traded back, who do you think that they're going to go after?
I think that they might have had some intel that Ruben Bain was going to be there for them, although they don't need everybody in the league needs an edge rusher. Ruben Bain's a safe bet there, I believe. Although I just don't want them to, I don't want them to take Ruben Bain, but yeah, Ruben Bain.
All right. Well, the 5'11", 206-pound safety is off the board. We obviously wanted him, but Ruben Bain, I wouldn't mind him on the Bears either. But Katie McDonald to the Bears is starting to look pretty decent so far, considering all these picks. I do quickly want to give another shout out to our super chats today. And also, guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and like button on this video. But we got 3 super chats today. First one from Windy City Twins talking about JP Graziano. I was there today. Fantastic place to get a deli sub in the West Loop off Randolph. Our good friend Jim Graziano has a great operation over there. Family owned since the 1930s. Then we got Billy saying the best Bears channel. Billy, shout out to you. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Really appreciate it. And then we have our new one from Thomas. Thank you. Great show. Love it. And the pick is in for the Miami Dolphins. Let's see who they take. And with the 12th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor from Alabama. Reaction.
Yeah, that's Jeff Hafley. Good for him. The Packers Junior, or what do they call them? Packers of the South now. Terrible pick, in my opinion. I mean, Caden Proctor would have been good later on in the draft, but for you to move back again, like I said earlier, I don't think that they really have a plan. And this kind of just like emphasizes that. I'm not shocked it's the Miami Dolphins, but wow, these guys almost seem like they don't even care about their job.
I mean, I thought they did an okay job. But also, you got to remember, they have no money this year. They have $78 million in dead cap. That is just absurd. And it could, and if they make another move, I think it could shoot up to $100 million. So you're paying $100 million of people that aren't even on your team anymore, which works out for the Bears, works out for any other team because they can pick them up for super cheap because they're like, I'm already getting paid by Miami. You don't have to pay me. I'm going to show Miami you should have never gotten rid of me. What a disaster Miami's rebuild has been, though. That's another thing I want to say is that I think that the Dolphins had such a good team put into place, and just locker room toxicity was just terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, man. This is just like, this is hilarious. I mean, not hilarious. Like, don't get me wrong, though. Caden Proctor is phenomenal. If we would have gotten him, I would have been very happy. I think that he's a good player. He's a guy that I think Alabama did him dirty when he came in. He was a little bit small. Then he has to put on weight. So he gets up to 400 pounds. For the rest of his career in Alabama, he's waiting. He's kind of really trying to get back down to weight. He weighed in at 356 and he was like so happy. He seems like a great guy. I don't know though, how fast edge rushers are now. We'll see how he does at left tackle or right tackle, but see him at guard in the next 3 years. That's my prediction on that one.
Well, the Rams have their pick in, and it's already been announced. Are you ready for it?
Okay, could this be Ty Simpson? This is the curveball that we've been waiting for. Okay, it's either Ty Simpson or Mekhi Lemon. Like, those are the two guys that I see happening.
You are correct. Ty Simpson, quarterback out of Alabama, has been selected by the LA Rams.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, hey, Matthew Stafford's going to retire sometime, right? You got to get his backup eventually. But wow, what a pick!
Yep.
I am shocked by this one, to be honest. I am just as shocked as you are. This is a curveball I wasn't expecting, but let's go through them. Ty Simpson, Alabama quarterback this past year, selected 13th overall by the Los Angeles Rams. He played in 15 games with 305 completions, the most in the NCAA, with 473 attempts, a 64.5% completion percentage with over 3,500 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Your reaction kind of said it all, but let's hear why.
Yeah, I mean, well, don't get me wrong. So like Ty Simpson, the story behind him is in the first half of the year, he was QB number 1. And then there was the Oregon quarterback also, but he goes back to college. Ty Simpson has a terrible second half of the season, and Fernando Mendoza becomes Fernando Mendoza. Indiana goes on that run, and you don't look back. He's number 1 overall. So the fact that Ty Simpson did like fall out like as far as he did, some people had him up to 50, 60. The Rams had a plan here.
A lot of folks in the chat are laughing at this one. This is crazy. Well, before you joined, ABC tricked me out thinking Ty Simpson got picked up by the Raiders. And I was like, what? And then all of a sudden, here we are, 13 picks later. So he is going to the LA Rams. Listen, you had to get someone that could back up Matthew Stafford eventually. That's exactly what happened. Jordan Schultz tweeted out the league's worst kept secret was Ty Simpson was loved in the Rams building. The question was whether or not LA would pull the trigger. They just did. That's a crazy pick. I mean, a good player. You said it best. If he would have been arguably number 1, if there wasn't a lot of other factors, but I think that the Rams, this could work out for them eventually. And I want to hear your thoughts on this, Bear Buddy. This comes from Relentless Mikey, one of our most loyal followers. Watch for Tyson Bagent on the move for picks now. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Like, that's what I've been talking about. If you've seen any of my TikToks in the last month, that's what I've been saying. I feel like he's worth a second or third round. I feel like Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson went out there and said that he should be a starting quarterback for one of the 32 teams, obviously not the Bears, but for one of the other teams. So yeah, I think that Mikey, I completely align with that thought. I think that we need draft capital, and I mean, we could draft a quarterback, and pay him, minimum money, or we could bring back Austin Reed, who is killing it right now in the UFL.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. Austin Reed, man, what a legend he has become here in Chicago, to say the least.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is an interesting draft so far. So far on an A through F scale, A being very entertaining, F being this is boring as crap. Why are we watching this? Give your grade so far.
Me, I think that this is phenomenal. Right now, I do have, I'm a Bears fan at heart, and it's just like it's running through me right now. Reuben Bain's still on the board. We thought this might happen. We thought the Ty Simpson might happen. Sonny Styles going a lot earlier than I thought. Caleb Downs holding out. Yeah, this is fun, man. I'm having a blast. B,
B. Okay, B. That's fair. I'm a B as well because there's a lot of guys that are still on the board right now that could definitely impact the Bears moving forward. You know what's funny is that Schultz announced the pick, but on my stream, we're still waiting on the Rams pick. So it is.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on the pick too.
I don't know how much we're back. Let's go through the comments section real quick and see how our followers are thinking of this draft so far from an A through F perspective. B for chaos from Katie Lack. Love that. We got a B, a C plus from Secretary of the Interior. I love that. He's probably making some calls for the Bears interior defensive line. Jackie's going with a B. Randall Pink, our good friend, is going with a B as well. Daniel H is going with a C. It's been a fun draft so far. I give it a B minus. I got a ba. Love that from Jackie. And then Relentless Mikey is going with a C. So we got a lot of we got a lot of B's so far. All right.
Yeah.
I've not been fooled again, I don't think. I think Ty Simpson is the guy. Wouldn't that be funny if I just got tricked out by Twitter?
It happens. It happens. I got Daniel Jeremiah right now on my cast. I'm watching it on the NFL Network.
Here we go.
Let's see right here.
We were predicting the future. Oh no!
I just got mine. I got Adam Schefter and I got Ian.
Is it Ty Simpson?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're safe.
I was about to say, I was like, this guy is my kryptonite.
Yeah.
Who said it? Someone just said, did Nick get bamboozled? No, I did not.
Yeah. I mean, this is my favorite part. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, shout out to Midway Edits. Moving forward, we are going off what the screen says, not what X says, everybody. So that's it moving forward. What were you going to say, Bears buddy?
So I was going to say, who was it? That wasn't Daniel Jeremiah. That was Schultz, Jordan Schultz.
Jordan Schultz.
So this is what I'm thinking, right? I've got Ian Rappaport. I got Adam Schefter coming up first. Whoever the agent is that's working with Ty Simpson is working with Jordan Schultz. That's how the insiders work. I'm learning more and more about this as I'm trying to become one, that's how it works. Like, he lets that slide way ahead of time, Yep. Love that.
Wait, quick question for you. Do you golf?
I do not golf. No.
Okay. Because fun announcement for you guys is it's on the schedule at the moment, but I'm golfing with 5 Bears players next Friday, which a ton of interviews are going to come out of that. So if you want to learn golf over the next week, my friend, you're more than welcome to join.
Yeah, we'll see. Who is that? Can you say the names at all? I don't want to guess because I've been seeing a lot of golf activity.
Okay. Well, I think everyone knows I'm pretty good friends with specifically one Chicago Bear that's been on the show a ton. So he'll be in the group. His name starts with a J and his last name starts with a well. So that one will kick off that one. But you know who's a fun guy to golf with that that was in our group last time? Daniel Hardy.
Okay, I thought that's what you were going to say.
Golfer.
Yeah.
He can hit it a mile. So Daniel, if you're watching right now, this guy smacked one so hard we couldn't find it. We're like, dude, where did it go? And then we get up to the green and I'm like, wait, is that your ball? And this was probably like almost 400 yards. I was like, dude, we get it. You hit the weight room in the NFL. You can crank it. So yeah. But I'll be with them next week. A couple new faces I haven't gotten a chance to meet yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're able to join, you want to be our cart person, you're more than sling out beers. Come on. You went mute, by the way.
Used to be a bartender. This mic is very fragile. Used to be a bartender so I could open up some beers. Would love to. Yeah.
We got Dom Jones also asking if we need a caddy. Well, we are doing our content creator golf outing, which we have done annually for the last 4 years, which we will be doing again later this year. We usually get Rashad from the Windy City Productions, Pat, the designer from the Windy City Breeze, and a ton of other folks, which I have invited some new faces that'll hopefully join. If not, we'll be doing the creator barbecue outing, which is going to happen in a couple of weeks here. So a ton of content coming out of that. and it'll be in our neck of the woods, my friend. So no excuse for you not to come unless your wife makes dumplings again, which she can also send to the barbecue.
Amazing. Yeah, that's what I will do. Potluck style.
There you go. There you go. Well, the pick is in for the Baltimore Ravens, guys. Let's see what we got. And I gotta throw up this username on the screen right now. Hot farts for everyone is telling us we're looking good. So that damn ducks. That's what I say whenever something happens in the room. Anyway, the pick is in for the Baltimore Ravens. Who are we predicting?
I've got nothing in front of me right now. Let me see what I got. It might be Mekhi Lemon or Jermod McCoy from Tennessee, potentially. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that the Rams didn't do Mekhi Lemon, but
there's still a lot on the board right now. Also, guys, just so you know, let's go through the draft order real quick. What's happened so far with the number 1 pick to the Raiders, Fernando, quarterback out of Indiana, to the Jets at number 2, edge David Bailey out of Texas Tech, to the Cardinals at number 3, running back Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame at number 4, to the Tennessee Titans, Carnell Tate, wide receiver from Ohio State at number 5, to the New York Giants, Arvell Reese, edge out of Ohio State at number 6, to the Kansas City Chiefs after a trade up with the Browns. Mansour Delane, cornerback out of LSU. I know I'm chopping some of these names. I apologize. It's known and just another year that I'm known for chopping for names. At number 7, to the Washington Commanders, linebacker Sonny Styles out of Ohio State. At number 8, to the New Orleans Saints, Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State. And number 9, Spencer, and you know the last name better than me, Fanu?
Fano, yeah.
Fano at number 9 to the Browns. Well, the pick is in for the Ravens, and with the 14th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens have selected...
It's Vega.
Vega?
Iowana.
You take the pick. You take the pick. Please go ahead.
Vega Iowana out of Penn State. First guard off the board.
First, that's early for a guard too. I just want to make that a little bit clear that is very early for a guard. Thoughts, initial reaction?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see them doing this, but he is potentially the best lineman on the board. Like, not on the board in the draft, but like you said, because he is a guard, it's one of those positions that's not a primary position. It's kind of like a safety or a cornerback. So their grade kind of falls back a little bit lower. Tackles are more expensive in that aspect.
Yeah, no, I think he is the best lineman. I mean, we'll go through his stats in just a sec. Want to throw this on the screen for the folks. Again, shout out to Kale for designing all of our graphics for today. Fantastic job. Easy plug and play for me. Let's go through him. So the big offensive tackle or offensive guard out of the Penn State University, or that would be the Ohio State, out of Penn State. I did not go to a Big Ten school, so I don't know. Illinois State, roll birds, baby. Any Redbirds fans out there, you already know what to say. All right, 1 penalty, 0 sacks, 0 hits, and only 4 pressures and 614 snaps. That's a darn good player, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. But if we didn't have Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson, I'd be like, I wish we had this guy. But guess what? We are very locked up on the interior right now. But not a bad player. I mean, those stats speak pretty high volumes, to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he looks like a stud. They say that he's mean too. And it's the other thing, the Oregon guard, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's another person whose draft capital has slipped because he's a guard. I mean, we know how hard it is to find a tackle. It seems like it's easier. And Ozzie Trapillo could potentially slide into a guard. So that could be a natural fit.
He's working next to Joe Thuney right now. Not a bad move. Also, you got to remember, he played on the right side at Boston College, which he could take over right guard for Jonah Jackson. Just putting that out there. And
look, I've got so much faith in Jedrick Wills and Braxton Jones because of what Dan Rochard did for Ozzie last year. Right tackle, what was it, 58th overall pick, a right tackle. Like, yeah, his best attribute was smart. I'm not saying that he's not a good athlete, but like, lead with something else then. Strong, great feet. Smart was his best attribute. And we turn him into a left tackle that's like dishing out amazing blocks, all season. You've said this a bunch of times on your lives or your streams that he almost risked his entire career by hopping over,
Yeah. And guess what? Did a fantastic job. Want to put out there, Scotty, I did go to Illinois State University, Roll Birds, absolutely fantastic place in Bloomington Normal. Pub 2 cheese balls are the greatest thing in the planet. I will die, put that on my headstone. It is phenomenal. Bears buddy, you ever been to Bloomington Normal?
I've been one time. It was a little blurry. Yeah. Great place.
Great place to get $3 margarita pitcher. Well, they're probably like $10 now, but when I went there, they're pretty darn cheap. And shout out to Nico, who's watching in with Relentless Mikey. Nico, hope all is well, my friend. Can't wait to see you next when I'm out in Lit Lyle. Just want to put that out there. Great place to raise a family. But anyway, we got Brett Summers coming in. I suggest we get a group together to hit up the 27 draft. That could be pretty electric. Bring the GoPro, be live from the draft. Mm-hmm. NFL might shut us down, but we're willing to take the risk. All right, let's go through a lot of safeties. I love this comment right here from Relentless Mikey. A lot of safeties, edges, and defensive tackles left, including my guy, Caden McDonald, and my cousin Ace's Zion Young. So Ace, your guy is still out there. If you guys already didn't hear, Ace, my little cousin, who is a very advocate, just another year viewer, according to my other cousin, who that's his mom, has told me that he watches Just Another Year all the time. So wanted to make sure he got it on the show. If Zion Young's still there, we're going to throw up the video again. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. But overall, man, good draft so far. This has been a lot of fun. And thank you for joining. I don't know when you're dipping off to go back to TikTok, but we're definitely going to have you on the show way more often. I think the chat agrees with that.
Yeah, for sure. Love. What is it? First time caller, long time listener.
There you go. I will say this while we're in a commercial break right now, and we got 235 people in here. And Bears buddy, you could probably speak to it too. But like when as a content creator, like we don't know what's going to hit, what's not. We put a ton of time and effort into this. I know you work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5. And it's just so appreciative when people tune in, they comment, they listen, and it means the world to us, guys. So we appreciate all of you. As many of you guys comment, thank you guys for your coverage. Like you guys make it happen. So just wanted to give you guys a quick shout out. But Bears buddy, also, you do fantastic work, man. And it's truly aspiring. I want to be on TikTok like you and make graphics and all that stuff, but that's another big star meeting, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you do your thing. I do my thing. I think that we don't have enough time in the day to do what we really want to be doing. But yeah, I mean, the following over here on TikTok loves everything that you're saying. So vice versa as well. My chat is eating it up. And so, yeah, we'll be, I'll be dipping out here in a little bit, but we do have the giveaway at the 24th. But right now, this is so exciting.
Yeah, the pick is in for the Buccaneers. Roger Goodell is walking out right now. What's the prediction?
Kenyon Sadiq was the big, but because Ruben Bain's still on the board, it's just kind of a wrecker, So is it Ruben Bain or Kenyon Sadiq? Those are my two picks.
All right. With the 15th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Ruben Bain Jr., edge out of Miami. Listen, that was the pick that Albert Breer thought the Bears would trade up for. I was hoping to see trade, but man, unfortunately, he's not coming to Chicago. I know your initial thought is going to be darn, but what is your real initial thought as an insider?
Yeah. That it is darn. It is Ryan Poles. You know what though? I don't care what anybody says. I love Ryan Poles, and I know in my heart, whether it's true or not, he called Tampa Bay and they told him no, or the price was too rich. And like I said, we do have a lot of cap open, but we've already got a lot of dollars accounted for. You name it, Darnell Wright, Caleb Williams, Colston Loveland, Luther Burden, right? Roma Dunze potentially. We'll see, we've got a lot of guys we got to pay.
And also, you got to remember, you got to have as many rookie contracts as possible to keep it cheap as possible, to keep the team together, but also pay your star players, like you were just saying. Let's go through Ruben Bain real quick. I know I spelled his name wrong. I missed an E. I apologize about that. I was thinking about a Reuben sandwich. Whoops, my bad. But going through Reuben Bain Jr., edge out of Miami, arguably one of the best edges, if not the best edge in the draft besides David Bailey. This past year for Miami, 16 games, was an All-American with 54 total tackles, 15 and a half tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks with a big man interception and a pass deflection and a forced fumble. Guy can impact a game in every single way. Good run stopper, great read. I think that he's a solid player. Tampa Bay got definitely a good pick out of it. But still, now you might see the landslide of edges start getting taken. Not good for the Bears, but I've been pounding the table for Caden McDonald, so that's kind of in my favor selfishly. But Bain Jr., he's off the board.
Yeah, I think that the problem with this is, and this is what I was talking about, is that I don't think that Caden McDonald is going to be there. Caden McDonald's roughly ranked 25th to 35th. People say that he is the best defensive tackle in this class. It should have been Peter Woods if they would have had a better season at Clemson. But that's the reality of it. We do need a defensive tackle. I want a defensive tackle. And so the problem is, though, now none of these safeties are gone. We got Emmanuel McNeil-Warren still on the board. We got Dylan Thieneman, who was either going to go to Tampa Bay or to the Vikings. So does Ryan Poles try to hop ahead of the Lions and the Vikings now? And obviously Green Bay doesn't have a pick in the first round. Does he try to hop ahead of everybody in the NFC North? We'll see what happens.
He seems to be staying put. I'm trying to speak out there right now. I'm trying to speak it into existence that the Bears are going to trade up. Hopefully they have it happen. But there's a lot of safeties on the board still, a lot of picks, and a lot of the NFC North is ahead of Chicago in this draft at the moment. Not the Packers, though. By the way, we haven't done this at all yet in the chat, and I'm sure your TikTok chat will love it too. Let's throw a Green Bay sucks in the chat right now. I want to see all 236 people in this live stream right now just throw a Green Bay sucks in there for us right now. Just make it electric. Get some energy in there, or an FGB, whatever you guys want to say. But I want to see everybody go Green Bay sucks.
My chat's going wild for it.
There we go. Everybody's going crazy. There we go. We got everybody in here right now. All right. Did we just get a draft trade? Another trade? Did I get bamboozled?
I don't know. We've got the Jets. It looks like the pick is in.
All right. Well, I did not get bamboozled. Someone in the chat tried bamboozling me, saying the Vikings were picking. I was like, all right. Let's not do this to me again. But look at all these Green Bay sucks, man. The chat rocks. Also, Jason, I saw your question. When am I going full-time? It's a question mark at the moment. Had a slight setback. We're all good, though. It'll be before we know it. And the pick is in for the New York Jets. And with the 16th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Kenyon Sadiq. Did I say
Kenyon Sadiq, yeah, out of Oregon.
Kenyon Sadiq, excuse me. Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon. Wow. All right. The first tight end is taken off the board. So crazy go ahead.
That's going to be the last for a while too.
Yeah. There wasn't that much. Unfortunately, there wasn't that much tight end talent like last year. It worked out for the Bears, obviously. Mm-hmm. But this year, not so much. But not a bad pick, or definitely a first rounder for sure. Kind of interesting that the Jets took this pick. I feel like the Jets could have gone in a ton of different directions, but they felt tight end was the best for them, and good for them. That's all I got to say. We'll go through numbers. There's at certain players, it's just like, all right, cool. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to react to it. Like, it's pick 16, it's pick 16.
Well, you read the stats, but this guy is an absolute freak. Like, and I guess I hate to say that, but like these guys are just built different. And I don't know if this is just what it is, because the 2027 class is going to be more freakish. But Kenyon Sadiq, 6'2", out of Oregon. I mean, he is so fast. He broke the high jump, and then Eli Stowers out of Idaho comes and does it after him. So anyways.
No. I mean, the stats don't lie for it either. I mean, 51 receptions, 560 yards, average 11 yards per catch for the Ducks this past year, 8 touchdowns. And along with that, too, he did have 3 rushes for 6 yards, which is pretty sweet. So a versatile player, to say the least.
Yeah, he ran a 4.39. Size is where he drops down. You know, he's only 240 pounds and he's under 6'4". So for tight end, ideally you want to be between 6'4" and 6'6", and you want to be around 260. So we got that in Colston Love and Cole Kmet.
I think our tight end room is the best in the NFL, and it's only going to get better as time goes on, especially with Loveland, the way he's developing. Loveland said he feels great, feels healthy. Obviously, he came into camp last year injured, so good to see him, on top of everything. You actually have a question from Relentless Mikey. Strategy-wise, should the Bears trade back to get a second in next year's draft?
Yeah, that's a great question because nobody wants to give up 2027 draft capital. I don't know if it's there. I think that the asking price for a 2027 second, depending on the team, is like too rich. That's what they're saying. That Nick, you brought it up earlier too. Like the Caleb draft class was so stacked. It's the same for the 2027. They've got 5 or 6 quarterbacks in that draft class, and they are stacked with defense too. So yeah, depending on the team, could be. I'm all for that.
Me too. Couldn't agree more. And sorry to have your face cut off. The graphic I was not considering for the second. So my bad. But
I've got 20 screens on my computer right now.
I know. I got my big one here. I got this one here. I got the TV up here. I got another one over here. I should be wearing blue light glasses right now. I'm going to go blind soon. But we got a question from Jason. This goes to both of us. Nick, if these top players are going to be there, who we take in, defensive tackle, edge, or safety? A lot of these players are still there. I'm going with a defensive tackle, but Bears buddy, where are you leaning?
I mean, if I was in the room, with Dennis Allen, I just don't know because Caden McDonald's is not Dennis Allen's prototypical.
Is that a fat joke?
Yeah, right. is not his prototypical defensive tackle. He's more of an Andrew Billings style right now, a younger version, just as fast. And so, yeah, I don't know. But what I do know is that I love Dylan Thieneman from Oregon. I do think the Vikings will probably take him though. So.
Yeah, they didn't bring back Smith, which that's a big one right there. So, I mean, how this draft goes, I know he's kind of waiting to see what the Vikings do. If they take a safety, then in the first round, at least, I don't see him coming back, but he'll retire a Viking. I don't see him go. I see him signing a 1D. That'll be his sign. Like, yeah, it's time to retire, which I wouldn't mind him out of the NFC. He's been a lot of NFC North specifically. He's been trouble for the Bears for way too long. So it'd be nice to see that era of the NFC North kicking it.
Yeah, right.
So Billy threw out there. So next year the Bears draft 32. I hope so. And chat, we got to ask you guys, do you legitimately think the Bears can win the Super Bowl next year? I do. I think that the Bears have the team. I think they have the coaching staff. And now they have divisional round experience. I could see the Bears winning the Super Bowl. Bears buddy, thoughts?
Yeah, I need to get a shirt made of this. I'm going to be a Bears fan more than I'm going to be right. So yes, Super Bowl, baby.
That's a shirt that Kale is going to make. That's a funny shirt. That's a shirt that you're going to see outside Wrigley being sold in the bunches. I would love to see that made. Trademark it. You get 50% of the revenue. It was made here on tonight's draft special. All right. We got a lot of yeses to that, by the way. Also, we got to the Bears winning the Super Bowl, I believe, too. But yeah, we got a lot of yeses. Oh, someone was on your TikTok. Bad 33 Kitty was on your TikTok. So love to see that. Love to see.
Oh, yeah. Evie Davis 3.
Yeah, there you go. All right. You know your fan. See, we read comments. We know who you are.
Yeah.
All right. The Lions pick is in. Who we picking?
Oh, this has got to be Monroe Freeling. If they don't, I mean, is it going to be another tackle? But,
Well, they're bringing out the kid with the card. So it's not Goodell announcing this one.
Looks like JJ McCarthy.
He does. He does look like JJ McCarthy. Awesome, though, that Make-A-Wish does this every year. He's the Make-A-Wish caller of the year in the first round, it looks like. So I love to see. No. I don't think JJ McCarthy's a good-looking guy. Don't put your head on it. I thought you meant that in good intentions, but hopefully not from playing. But I love that the NFL does this every single year. I think Make-A-Wish is just a fantastic foundation. And here's the pick. With the 17th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select of course, they're celebrating Blake Miller, offensive tackle from Clemson.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Look, this is another left tackle, and this is part of that landslide of 7 tackles that are going to go in the first round. So Taylor Decker was treated like garbage. He had to pay back his bonus. So now they got Blake Miller from Clemson. Blake Miller should have been a higher draft again. Dabo Swinney kind of slapped all these guys in the face with a terrible season over in Clemson. But yeah, Blake Miller's an absolute stud.
6'6", 317. That is as big as Taylor Decker. Let's go through his stats real quick. This is a name I can actually pronounce. See that, chat? Pretty good, huh? Not bad, not bad. All right, so the Lions select Blake Miller. Again, 6'6", played in 808 snaps this past year for Clemson with 5 penalties, 2 sacks allowed, 2 quarterback hits, and 14 total pressures. So you're starting to see those numbers go up as the draft goes on. You're not going to see those guys much longer, at least from the big divisions in the NCAA, have 0 sacks, 0 quarterback hits. Still pretty good numbers, though. 808 snaps. I mean, only 2 sacks. Pretty darn impressive. But I think that the Lions needed that pick. It was a clear need for them, especially what they did. And now they have their rookie and hopefully future left tackle. But might make him a little bit nervous for later in his career how Detroit treats their left tackles and makes them pay back their bonus. That's just absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, Detroit's crumbling, man. And you hate to see that happen just because the city of Detroit, great city. But, yeah, man, Ben Johnson leaving really took the heart and soul of the team away.
Well, the Vikings already put their pick in. Goodell is at the front. And with the 18th pick, the Minnesota Vikings select Caleb Banks out of Florida.
That's not real, is that?
That is real. That was announced on the draft board. Caleb Banks, defensive tackle out of Florida, is heading to Minnesota. Your initial reaction says it all. What's going through your head?
So he's a big man. He's got feet problems. So this is an amazing pick for the Bears in the NFC North. I think he's a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong. If he did not have feet issues, he broke his foot at the combine when he ran that 504. So this is excites me as a Bears fan. I would have loved Caleb Banks before he broke his foot twice. That's it.
And it was the same foot that he rushed back from, which, hey, like you said, works out for the Bears. A 5-year player, 2 years at Louisville, 3 at Florida, played in 3 bowl games this past year for Florida, only 3 games with 1 tackle for loss. Season before those, what the Vikings are looking at in 2024, he played in 12 games, 21 total tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks with 1 pass deflection, a fumble recovery, and 2 forced fumbles. He's got everything that you want. But that being said, the Vikings are taking a big risk on this pick, especially from an injury perspective. But it works out well for the Bears, like you said. And the Vikings kept Jonathan Allen, didn't they?
Yeah. Let me double check what's going on with Jonathan Allen and Jonathan Grenard.
And wait, I'm going to X because I'm not listed. The chat's trying to bamboozle me too much.
Because what's going on in the chat? Ken Dillon dropped to 25 is what my chat's saying, and I think so.
The Eagles have traded the 20th pick. They trade up to 21 with the Cowboys. Cowboys got someone on their mind, that's for sure.
Yeah, who is that?
Trade alert tweeted out by the NFL. Eagles trade up to pick number 21 with the Cowboys. which, by the way, folks, just to be clear, once the Bears make their selection, we are announcing the pick, which then we are going off of stream and recording our episode for tonight about whoever the Bears pick. So quickly after the stream, we'll be logging off, and within 25 minutes, we'll have the video breaking down whoever the Bears pick up. So don't go anywhere. We're still going through the draft. We will still announce it here. But man, Katie McDonald, Hunter, I know Relentless Mikey does not want Lee Hunter on the Chicago Bears, but Dylan's still out there. Jacob Rodriguez is another option. That could be a pick then. But hey, a lot of players for the Bears are still on the table, because I want to just put this out there. This was my big board, Bears buddy, before the draft, and everyone is still there at the moment. So I'm pretty excited about this. What do you think about my big board?
Yeah, I mean, this is phenomenal, dude. Yeah, there's a couple of guys on here that, Keldrick Falk, like we thought Falk was going to be gone. We thought Thieneman already. But yeah, if we have our pick of the litter up there at 25, like right now, let's do some quick math, 8, 17. One of these guys is going to be available for us.
At least one, right? You got to hope for the best. I think that honestly, here's my problem. If they pick Falk, I'm in trouble, because that's the only guy I don't have slides made for. So it might be a little longer than 25 minutes, folks, but you know me, I work quick. I'll be able to get it put together quickly, but that's my big board. Chat, I got to ask you guys, out of my big board, who would you guys pick out of this board? Again, Katie McDonald's my number one guy, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section below, who you guys would choose. And so, Bears buddy, if you said it, my apologies. Who would you pick at 25 out of the big board?
This is a tough choice because we do have all of our guys here. I think that Thieneman is, like, by grade, he's the best player on that board. And then it goes Falk and then Messidor. So best player available, it's one of those three guys, Thieneman.
I think you're right. And that's Dennis Allen style guy.
Yeah.
That's
because
a big pick.
He runs a sub 4.4. I mean, he's a beast.
Well, we got almost 300 people in here now. We just shot up a ton of folks. So shout out to you guys for joining. Super excited about this draft. And because everyone joining, I do want to announce real quick, we have 2 giveaways going on this channel right now. First of all, we're giving away an autographed Colston Loveland jersey to 1 lucky subscriber. All you got to do is like this video, comment, Go Bears, and subscribe to the channel. If you hit all notifications, you get an extra entry. And Bears Buddy is also giving away a Caleb Williams jersey thanks to Wrigleyville Sports. You can go over to his TikTok at the 24th pick. It's being announced. But with the 19th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle out of Georgia. This is starting to look good for the Bears for who they want. Again, my big board's looking good. What's your initial reaction to Freeling going to Carolina?
Yeah, I mean, this is who the Lions should have taken. Monroe Freeling is phenomenal. The fact that they got him in 19, good on the Panthers. Yeah, this is an awesome pick for them. And to your point, this is phenomenal for the Bears. All the defensive players are still there untouched.
I'm all for it. I mean, like, let everyone else, like, that's why Ryan Poles is probably sitting back in his chair going, okay, like, what are we doing? We're 6 picks away. We have too many options.
chewing his gum. Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably gone through about 10 packs of gum in the last hour. Just absolutely ripping on him. Monroe Freeling to the Panthers. Good pick. Relentless Mikey, you're my like tracker. Are we at 200 yet? Are we at 200 likes? We got 278 people. I would hope so. Appreciate you guys, all your support. And also make sure you guys go follow Bears Buddy, who has joined us today. He's joined us till the 24th pick in tonight's draft. So super exciting stuff. Make sure you guys go follow him on TikTok, on the TikTok, whatever the kids call it these days. But we have everything covered for you guys here. So it's been a lot of fun so far tonight. Yeah, wow, the Eagles are already picking. Holy moly. They know who they wanted. Good news for the Bears. Roger Goodell is walking out there with a little bit of a swag walk again at pick number 20. And with the 20th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, The Philadelphia Eagles select Makai Lemon. This is looking really good for the Bears now. This kind of rocks. Thoughts?
Yeah, this is awesome. AJ Brown likely headed out and potentially probably after June 1st, so they don't take a huge cap hit. But yeah, Makai Lemon going there. He's, a little bit. I mean, this is a great pickup. I mean, Makai Lemon, I don't know if you guys saw the antics at the combine. He looked like he was maybe a little toasted or something like that. And when he was answering his questions, but yeah, Makai Lemon he's a great player. He ran a little bit slower than they thought, but solid pick.
Pick number 20, and the big board is still untouched. Still untouched. Big news here for Chicago. This is great news. Still a lot of guys on the board for us right now. At 21, it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers picking, so we'll have that up for you guys here in just a minute. Steelers are on the clock, though, officially. I'm still really shocked, to be honest with you, about some of these picks so far and how well this is working out for Chicago.
Yeah, I did not think that this was going to go as well for us. I thought that this was going to be right. This is one of the best edge rushing classes in a while. That's what I thought. So, wow. Yeah.
I got shout out to my Just Another Year team helping make some slides while I am doing this, because if Falk gets chosen by the Bears, I'm in big trouble. I am in massive trouble, but
that's hilarious.
We're all good. We're all good. Eagles select a wide receiver. Oh, we didn't even go through his stats. My apologies, everybody. Let's go through exactly what the Eagles just got. All right. Makai Lemon, All-American this past year for USC, 12 games, over 1,100 receiving yards, 14.6 yards per catch, 11 receiving touchdowns. If the Bears didn't have a packed room, I would have maybe considered this pick, but not bad for the Eagles to say the least. Steelers are taking their time too on the clock, by the way. They have the last couple of picks have been rapid fire. Steelers are taking their sweet time before putting the pick in.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, yeah, this guy is just, I don't know. He has a viral quote when they asked him what player he reminds himself of, and he said something like Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's who he does remind me of. They both went to USC. They're both smaller guys, and they're both just like all muscle, it looks like. Yeah, Makai Lemon, he's going to be a solid player, and it looks like he's ready to go to work. Yeah, they got a real one in him.
Good player overall for the Philadelphia Eagles. And like you said, AJ Brown's likely on the move.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, the pick is in for the Steelers. They're going to want to go defense, I think. Even though they have a pretty stacked defense, they're starting to age a little bit, so I could see the Steelers potentially making a move here.
Yeah, and we had him going tackle. Steelers. But yeah, I hope they go tackle. That's what I'm going to say. I hope they go tackle so that we got more options on the board.
All right. Let's see. They're already getting ready to announce this pick for Pittsburgh. Terrible towel is out. Draft is in Pittsburgh.
I think it's going to be anticlimactic because I do think it might be maybe ASU, Maxey, and Achor is what I had them taking. We'll see. So, yeah.
All right. Well, our big board. Our big board, let's throw that up on the screen real quick. Still has everybody on it. Everyone here is still available for the Bears to take. And I'd be fine with any of them. And if the Bears decide to go in a different direction, good for them. But this board right here, any of these guys, I think Zion Young is the only guy that the Bears aren't going to take, even though a lot of people have been high on him. It's the fact that he has that off-field issue.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, and I completely agree with that. Yeah, and his rank is anywhere from 25th to 50. So there's a huge range in there. There's potential that tomorrow we could trade up to get him if he is our guy. But it's kind of looking more and more like Thieneman might be there for the Bears.
All for it. All for it. Give me that guy to be a part of the Bears defense. He would be phenomenal. That's all I got to say. All right. Well, the terrible towel's getting waved everywhere in Pittsburgh right now, and the Steelers have put their pick in. So Field Yates said that Dylan is the best player available right now.
Yeah, we're hoping he doesn't go for the next 4.
Well, of course, Pittsburgh's going to get a very big. They're showing a montage right now of all the great Steelers over the last in team history. A lot of new Steelers obviously have been Troy Polamalu, Ben Roethlisberger, a lot of those guys. So they're showing that montage right now on the screen here during this stream from the NFL. I just want to know who the Bears are picking. That's all I need to know right now. I like this comment right now. It's time to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Except who wants to be a Chicago Bear? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right. Well, the pick is walking out right now. Roger Goodell is with Jerome Bettis and a ton of other Steelers right now. All right. Who do we got? 7 people are out on stage at the moment helping make the pick. Here we go. Jerome Bettis is making the pick. And with the 21st pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select. All right, he's giving a little bit of a shout out to the other 6 that are up there at the moment.
Okay.
All right, here we go. With the 21st pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers have selected Max in. You got this one.
Ian Achor. Yeah, I called this one. This was wow, man. They made this very apparent that they wanted this guy. He's an absolute stud. He made David Bailey look bad, and he put on an absolute clinic when they played Texas Tech. I wanted this guy to fall to the Bears. It was a weird pick. For some reason, the Steelers were all about this guy, and they went out and got him. I can't believe you rarely see that in the later rounds like that. So, or the later picks like that. So kind of a cool guy, Arizona State. Yeah. Man, this guy's cool. Yeah, great tape against David Bailey, and David Bailey almost got police escorted after the ASU game because of him.
Really? The more you know. And that's obviously the guy that was picked 2nd overall in the 2026 NFL Draft. Let's go through his stats real quick. This past year for Arizona State, he had 8 penalties, so a little bit of a penalty machine at 860 snaps, but he did not allow 1 sack, 3 quarterback hits, and 14 pressures. Of course, they just show Mike Vrabel working with him. That probably wasn't smart on ABC's production crew, but shout out to them for putting on a great draft so far. The Chargers are on the clock at number 22. Bears are getting ready. You know what would be hilarious? We get to pick 23, and then it says Bears trade back. And I'd be like, well, have fun giving away that jersey.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and drop off 23 because I've got admin stuff to make sure we've got the wheel on TikTok that will be spinning on the 24th pick for that Caleb Williams jersey. Just want to make sure that we get all the admin stuff and the free giveaway on the TikTok away before the pick because we just want to celebrate.
Yeah, we do. And First of all, everybody, please help me thank Bears Buddy for coming on for this entire live stream. Over 2 hours of having him on. This has been a ton of fun. We're definitely going to do something like this very soon. He's definitely been a big part of Just Another Year and behind the scenes. We've been working together for quite some time now, but guys, give him a shout out. Follow him on TikTok. His stuff is phenomenal. So make sure you guys, after tonight's stream, in between watching the stream, and obviously our video after, making sure it be known. So thank you, Bears Buddy. You're the man.
Yeah. Thank you, Nick.
So we need to move over to TikTok, Bears Buddy. Yes, but also you guys are all welcome to come back after, or just have both open at the same time, unless you're on your phone.
Yeah, you could have both open at the same time. I hope that you're watching him on TV or on your laptop, computer, tablet, and then have your phone open for TikTok. Yeah.
Michelle McCarthy Music, you two are great together, better than most televised talk shows. Wow, that would be something. Bears and Burgers this summer is the new series that I'm dropping on all of our short forms. So we might have to have Bears Buddy join us on Bears and Burgers. The best burgers in Chicago. We're going to go around, try them all, but also talk about the Bears, why we do it in 60 seconds. So you might have to join me a couple of times.
Yeah, we'll have to go through the rules a couple of times.
Well, we're not going to be stuffing our faces like trying to eat the burger in 60 seconds. We'll give a burger review for those into the Chicagoland area, but number one on the list, Mott Street. It's got to happen.
Ooh, okay.
Was voted America's number one burger back in 2017, but hey, the pick is in for the LA Chargers. Let's see what the Chargers decide to go with here. And with the 22nd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the LA Chargers have selected Akeem Mesidor. Okay, one of my guys is now off the board. It makes sense. They needed an edge rusher. He's a little older, but the guy is an absolute monster. Thoughts on the pick to LA?
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't have been mad if we got him. He's going to go with Khalil Mack and he's very similar to Khalil Mack, but Khalil Mack was obviously out of Buffalo and didn't really, he was a lot younger. Akeem Mesidor is 25, but that being said, he's got all of the tools. He is pro ready. I think NIL kept him in college for a little bit longer, and he's a really big reason for Miami's success. Him and Ruben Bain were phenomenal in Miami.
And listen, you said him and Akeem Hicks are very similar. Well, almost similar in age as well. I know Relentless Mikey's going to make a joke about that in the comment section right now, but my first big pick, Akeem Mesidor, is off the board. So looking at our big wish list draft board, you can cross him off. He's on the bottom. Wasn't my number one guy. Still Caden McDonald at the moment, but unfortunately he's gone. Chargers pick him up, but still 7 guys off the big board, at least Just Another Year's big board, that could still go to the Chicago Bears. So we still have a lot of hope. No matter what now, there is going to be a good pick for the Bears, which is exciting.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. Can you put your graphic back up? Because I wonder if there's still going to be any surprises based off what you have. Because what it looks right now is those 3 guys right there. I would only say 2. It's Thieneman and Falk. Those were the only guys that were in the top 20. Caleb Lomu was anywhere from, let's call it 15 to 35.
Sure. Yeah, it's an interesting. I mean, any of these guys get selected by the Bears, I think we're going to be happy, right?
Very happy, yeah.
But all of them solid players, to say the least. But Akeem Mesidor is off the board. Still 7 of the big board is out there. Chat, want to hear your thoughts. Now that we are at this point in the draft, we are at pick number 23. This is the last pick we're going to have Bears Buddy for. I think. Do we have you for one more pick? Okay, yeah, we got you for one more pick. Who do you think the Cowboys are going to take at 23? And I'm asking the chat as well.
Oh, who do I think the Cowboys are going to take at 23?
I'm asking you, and then I'm also asking the chat at the same time.
Wow, man, this is such a messed up board right now. I've got kind of no idea. The closest person that I would take, I think that Omar Cooper Jr. is there still right now, although they have the 2 guys. What's even going on with Jerry and them putting a franchise tag? Let's see here. Keldrick Falk, man. This is a tough one. This really is. I just hope they don't pick Thieneman. That's who I would say. Anybody but Thieneman. Exactly.
That would be something, wouldn't it? Like, that's where we all right, I got to do a quick admin check right here. I'm doing admin on my end. You're doing admin on yours. So much happening behind the scenes, guys. You have no idea that this is just like so many. My computer is probably about to explode through the roof.
Yeah. If whoever said Jermod McCoy, like, that is phenomenal. The only problem with Jermod is that, he only played 2 games last season, and he really wasn't like up for participating in the combine. So there was some diva stuff, but then again, insiders, Todd McShay comes out and, Adam Schefter came out and chatted with his agent, and Jermod McCoy is back in the first round. So he is a stud. And if he wasn't injured last season, he probably would have gone earlier than this. So Jermod McCoy could be there for them.
We'll see. We'll see. All right.
Also, Keldrick Falk could be there. That's somebody that we were looking at, but it is stunning that he has gotten this far. I'll have to take a look at his like PFF draft stock, because initially he wasn't in the top 30. And by the way, this is what I'm referencing to. I got the beast here. This whole thing.
Did he say how long it took him to write that?
This guy's a freak. Dane Brugler from The Athletic is just next level. No, he's already working on next year's right now. So yeah, so it's like, it's just a nonstop thing for him. He's just a different kind of guy. He's out of Ohio, and that's kind of his thing. I feel like it was just like a hustle. He was selling it on PDFs, and now he's connected with The Athletic for mainstream.
And I heard he's the nicest guy too.
Yeah, you would have really liked him. Yeah, he's next year. I'll try to do the same thing again. And yeah, he's a really nice guy. I didn't know that I would get the chance to speak with him, but got a chance to speak with him and the whole Athletic football team, podcast guys. They're all really nice. Dave from The Athletic football team show podcast lives in West Loop too. So here in Chicago. So that was pretty cool.
I know. I saw that. All right. Well, the pick is in. This is our last pick with you. We want to make it count for sure. Malachi Lawrence out of UCF.
Malachi Lawrence.
Dollar in the jar.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Again, this is a guy who just came on later. You could see the ESPN has him ranked 54th overall. Dane Brugler has him ranked 36th overall. That's the thing with these guys. Who are the Bears going to get? Okay, I've got to drop off. I really appreciate the time. This has been phenomenal. You guys are all on J Chicago Live. Thank you guys for the support, and see you guys soon.
Thank you, Bears Buddy, for joining us. It's been a ton of fun. Can't wait to see you soon, my friend, and bear down as always.
All right, take it easy.
Bye, guys. Or bye, Bears Buddy. All right, guys. Well, we got 2 more picks here until the Chicago Bears take over from the 2026 NFL Draft. A big pick that just came out of the draft right here. So let's throw up who the Cowboys just selected. We'll go through his stats real quick for you, real quick. Another Lawrence, not Dexter Lawrence, obviously. But, okay, let me get his stats up for you real quick. So, the big edge out of UCF. 6'4", 270, played in 12 games this past year with 28 tackles, 11 tackles for loss. Excuse me, guys. Got some housekeeping that I'm having to handle. right here. Okay, the Browns pick is already in, so the Bears are picking here very shortly. All right. All right. Browns pick is in, so we will find out very shortly who the Bears are going to pick on the board. We still have a lot of guys out there right now. Currently, my big wish list, one guy's been taken off in Akeem Mesidor, but the other 7 are still out there for the Bears order to pick up. Pretty exciting stuff here, to say the least. A very, very good, solid group of players still available. So out of this list right here, now that the Bears are only 1 pick away, depending on what the Cleveland Browns do, who do you guys want to see picked up? Want to hear your guys' thoughts? Start throwing in the comment section right now, because the last pick was obviously an edge taken off the board, someone that wasn't on my big board. An exciting group of guys, to say the least, though. Want to hear your guys' thoughts. Let's go check out that comment section real quick. Thieneman is your guys. You got Dub Bears in the chat. Now, guys, before we get into the Bears pick, which is going to get really exciting, again, I want to announce we are giving away an autographed Colson Loveland jersey. All you got to do is like this video, and then you also have to comment "Go Bears" and subscribe to the channel to enter. Winner will be announced on Monday. But the Browns pick is in. This could be a big, big deal for the Bears here that could impact the rest of the draft moving forward. Depending on who the Bears pick, they will go through who they're doing. Trevor, shout out to you. Thanks for getting that done, my friend. We were working at the same time. Trevor, who manages my Bulls channel, guys, or the Just Another Year Bulls channel, not mine. We're an entire team. We got 8 guys now, which is absolutely incredible, or 9. Shout out to Jordan. We have a ton of fun here. And if you love Chicago sports, make sure you go follow all of our pages. Just Another Year. Cubs, Bulls, White Sox, Blackhawks, Bears, you name it, we got it. And we're expanding more and more each and every day. So appreciate all your guys' support. I think we're at over 200 likes now. So absolutely incredible. All right. Trevor is managing all those slides for me right now. Trevor, the last slide, all you got to do is switch out the image. Everything else applies. Anyway, you guys are hearing me in the back end. So Fields of best available players. Jermon McCoy is available at number 1. He's a cornerback out of Tennessee. Someone else the Bears could pick up. But I think the Bears are going to go defensive lineman. And the fact that Kaden McDonald is still on the board gets me very excited. Very excited to hopefully see Kaden McDonald on the board here for Chicago. Trevor, I'm going to help you out a little bit here real quick. All right, Trevor, you got the rest. Rip it and skip it, my friend. All right, Browns pick. Who we thinking, guys? Now this is the guessing game for you. Who do you guys think the Browns are going to pick up with number 24 right before the Chicago Bears? If it's Kaden McDonald, I'm going to be very, very upset. All right, pick is in, overlooking the Pittsburgh skyline at the moment. All right, the pick is in for Cleveland. This changes things, folks. This impacts what the Bears might do. I'm not even going to try. It's a wide receiver out of Texas A&M. There is a ton of guys on the board for the Chicago Bears, folks. This is huge. This is where money is made. The Bears are on the board. Oh, man. Here we go, folks. Here we go. That's who got picked up. Casey, someone try to spell it out and I'll pronounce it. How about that? Bears are on the clock, though. The Chicago Bears are on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be for the Chicago Bears? Could it be Zion Young? Could it be Caden McDonald? Could it be someone we're not expecting? Caden is on the board, and I could not be more excited about it, folks. This is huge. All right, 2:15 left. Bears are on the clock. Bears are on the clock. Concepcion, CJ Concepcion. Thank you, Relentless Mikey. He knows what to do. This is the moment right here, folks. The Chicago Bears are on the clock. I trust Ben Johnson with everything. Please give me Caden McDonald. Please give me Caden McDonald. Please give me Caden McDonald. The pick is in. The Chicago Bears pick is in, folks. We are about to find out who the next Chicago Bear is. Who's it going to be? Oh, man. The anxiety is building, folks. We're still looking at the last pick on highlights. The Bears, my big board is only missing one guy at the moment. Any of these guys are available right now. Caden McDonald's my number one, but I wouldn't be mad with anyone else that the Bears potentially select. This is for all the marbles, folks. This is who is the future of the Chicago Bears. The pick is in. The anxiety is there. Folks, are we feeling excited? Are we feeling nervous? I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts, folks. Almost 400 people in here. Thank you guys so much. Edge, defensive tackle, safety, running back maybe? Who are the Bears going after? We don't know, but that pick is in. We got Shaking in My Boots from Lit City. We got Milo's mom biting their teeth. Hurry up, I'm almost dead. Make sure you turn into tonight's show, guys. You got to make sure you tune in right after. Of course, there's a commercial. Punter? I hope not. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Tony Sapita has announced that Dylan Thieneman is his pick. Oh, man, folks. Here we go. The Bears are on the clock. Who do we want? Who do we need? A kicker. How about some Green Bay sucks in the chat right now if you guys are excited for this pick? I can't wait to announce it for you guys. Good morning, America. I don't need any more commercials, folks. Why the Bears pick? Why the anxiety? Oh, man. 9:28 Central Time. We're staying up till the break of dawn because we got a whole nother day of 3 picks tomorrow. Can't wait. Can't wait. We got Long Snapper in the chat. Come on, guys. Who do we want? And when do we want him? Now. I'm just messing around. I'm losing it a little bit. Trade! A trade alert! The Chicago Bears have traded back in the draft. The Chicago Bears. Oh, what a duke out. Never mind. Bears are sticking at 25. Pick is in. Pick is in. That was a juke out on X. I hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. That's banned forever. The Chicago Bears have selected Dylan Thieneman with the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Bears get their safety. Dylan Thieneman has been picked by the Chicago Bears. You guys, I hope you're loving it because this is a fantastic pick for Chicago. Wow, what a pick. The Bears get their safety. The Bears get their safety. Let's go. The Chicago Bears get their guy for Dennis Allen's defense. I'm updating it. I know. Where is it? It's coming, folks. Dylan Thieneman has been picked up by the Chicago Bears, according to reports. This rocks, man. All right. The Bears get the best safety in the draft. Pick 6 all day. The Chicago Bears get their guy. Wow. I am ecstatic. That is what it's all about, folks. The pick is official. It is on X. The Bears have gotten their pick. Let Ryan Poles cook. How are you guys feeling? Viewers' thoughts. All right, bear down, baby. Awesome. They needed him. Brian and Thieneman. All right, let's go, folks. Great pick. Wow. Safety, baby. Let's go. Relentless Mikey got his pick. The Bears take Dylan Thieneman, folks. What a pick. The pick is in. The Chicago Bears get their defensive help. Let's go. Guys, thank you for tuning into this episode of Just Another Your Chicago Bears. Full long-term video is coming out in the next 25. Don't go anywhere. But thank you so much for tuning in. I want to hear it loud and proud in the comment section below. Before you leave, bear down, baby.